Rob Brown still to come. We are approximately 7 minutes to face off. This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Steelhaus Triton, two legendary oilfield services brands, one powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steelhaus is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steelhaus Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhausinc.com for more information.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
And we're back in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Rogers Game Night, courtesy of Rogers, Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. I do want to mention to you at this time that, yes, it is the start of the new season. The Oilers 50-50 is presented by Rogers, and it's back for the preseason. Tonight's early bird prizes include a pair of tickets to Brad Paisley, November the 7th. And $500 for Safeway. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/5050 for more chances to win. As we bring aboard our inside the game analyst, Rob Brown, for the first of what is hopefully, Rob, about 110 games this season or so.
It is. It's funny. We were just talking with Brendan before that it's a long journey to hopefully a Stanley Cup championship, and it starts here tonight with an exhibition game. And again, every player has something different that they're trying to do in this game. There's guys that are there just to get the feel of the puck, the feel of the speed. There's guys there that want to impress. But it all starts tonight. And as much as this is a nothing game on your dance card, the competitive nature of these players, as this game moves along, becomes more and more, as these players do not want to lose. So I always find these fun to watch because the unexpected usually comes out, and you'll see something that you will not see at any other time during the National Hockey League season. So that part's kind of fun as a player that has watched a lot of these over the years.
All right, so who are you watching? I mean, I'm looking at Thomas and Savoy up front. Who are you looking at?
Well, Savoy I don't really need to look at because I believe he's going to be, or I'll be more interested with him as to start the regular season.
Sure.
But Thomas I'm looking at because I have no idea. I've never seen him before. I've read a lot. I've heard a lot about him. So I'm excited to see what he's capable of doing. He should impress in a game like this by who he's playing against. So hopefully he does, because the Oilers could use his contract as well as his size once the season starts.
Yeah, well, he is signed on a one-way at $1.2 million, so he's looking to make an impact. With, like, Savoy and Howard are going to be on the team, okay? They literally would have to play their way off the team in preseason. They are on the team. There is no, especially with Hyman starting the season on the IR. So, but that said, Rob, the two games against Calgary, against the Flames rookies, and I was at both games, Savoy was head and shoulders the best. And he should be, because he is a guy that's got a high draft pedigree. Yes.
He's got a year of professional hockey under his belt. He did exactly what he's expected, and he should look good in this game as well, and I expect him to. But Howard's going to have a hard time when he starts playing in the regular season game simply because he's never played against men before.
He's already looked better, just by the way, in this training camp than he did in the rookie camp.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing. Steps going forward. But Thomasak, he's got an advantage where he's 29 years old.
Played against men.
He's played against men for a number of years, and there's also a confidence, a self-confidence when you are 29 as opposed to when you're 21. So he's the guy that I'm looking at tonight. As you know, and on the back end is it pronounced? I don't want to screw it up. Is Regula? Regula?
Alec Regula, yes.
I'm looking at him, too. He's a guy that, to me, is a dark horse. I think the 6'7" spot is supposed to be between Emerson and Stetcher, but this kid could come in with the size that he is at 6'4". He had a great season down in the minors last year. So we'll see what he can do, if he can push his way into the conversation as we move along.
And those are some of our forward keys for tonight's game. It's not about team success, more about individual. Ford, the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers, built Ford proud. That wraps up Rogers Game Night. Cam Moon up next. Preseason play-by-play action live for Rogers Place. The Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames.
As the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers, MIC ensures precision in every shot. And if you need medical imaging attention, you can count on MIC to get you back in the game. Whether it's a classic wrist shot, that is, X-ray, soft tissue scan, or advanced imaging, MIC provides timely and expert diagnosis. So go where the pros go and book an appointment at any of their 15 convenient Edmonton and area locations. Learn more at mic.ca. RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
Whether you're building a home, a community, or championship team, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step, one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building. The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers, proudly celebrating 50 years. Visit coventryhomes.ca.
Looking for the ultimate dinner and show experience? Look no further than Edmonton's famous Mayfield Dinner Theater, where you'll enjoy world-class productions and delectable dining in a new renovated theater. Whether it's date night, a work party, a celebration, or a spontaneous night out with friends, your experience at the Mayfield Dinner Theater is sure to be a memorable one. The 2025-2026 season is on sale now, so check out the exciting lineup of shows and get your tickets today at mayfieldtheater.ca.
This is OilCountry. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
It's the first preseason tilt, and it's the Oilers and the Flames here at Rogers Place. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels for the Oilers Radio Network. The starting lineup is brought to you by Coventry Homes. Building a home or a championship team happens one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building, proudly celebrating 50 years. For the Oilers, it'll be Trent Frederick with Vasily Podkolzin and Matt Savoy up front. Darnell Nurse and Jake Wallman on defense. Matt Tompkins starts in goal for the Flames. Morgan Frost with Joel Farabee and Martin Firk. On defense, Kevin Ball and Axel Hertig in goal. It is Ivan Prosvetov. We drop the puck. We're underway. Referees Cody Beach and Garrett Rank on the lines. Travis Toomey and Andrew Smith. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Up the left wing. And to center ice. Flipped in by Podkolzin. Firk goes in behind his goal. Got it to the left wing corner, ball out, a breakaway pass. Farabee, a shot, and a save by Tompkins. Farabee had Nurse on him and tried to go 5-hole on Tompkins. He shut the door.
Farabee was a two-time 20-goal scorer with Philly, but really has fallen off, trying to jumpstart things coming over that trade with Frost from the Flyers.
Puck in behind the Edmonton net. Deneen will rim it. Pahal had come in from the blue line, but the puck goes into the middle of the ice. Tomasek got it out to his center, and it's dumped in by Griffith, and it goes in behind the Calgary goal. Prosvetov out of his net, rims it up on the glass. Knocked down by Tomasek. Now it's knocked out to center ice, where Klapka, long shot, glances off the stick at Deneen and wide of the Edmonton net. Griffith will get it out to center ice. We're scoreless here in the first minute, 15 gone. Janmark will bump it into the zone. Up the left wing. Cairns to center ice for Calgary. He's by himself. Flames making changes. Played it in. Millman up the left wing. Get the puck out to center ice. A pass just a little bit too far. And now brought in by Siona on the left. His shot, and that's off the stick of Millman. On the left wing, James Hamblin will get it out of the zone. Solovyov to center ice to Ball. Flip it into Edmonton territory. Wallman to the corner. Won't get it past Bishop. Goes into the corner. Dryden Hunt got tied up. Bishop gets the loose puck. Couldn't shovel it in front of the Edmonton goal. To the right wing. Stetcher to the middle. Now to Wallman. He'll get to center ice. He'll flip it in. Takes a hop, and Prosvetev had made the save. Ball up the left wing to Parker Bell. Off the glass, it goes into the Edmonton zone. Battaglia after it on the forecheck. Instead, it's top of the circle, and Petrov could clear it out, but it's going to go all the way down the ice. It'll be icing against Edmonton. 2 minutes, 24 seconds gone here in a scoreless first.
So our first look at Trent Frederick as a center. Came over in that trade from the Boston Bruins and was playing with a really bad high ankle sprain. And not everybody's Leon Draisaitl, who's got the pain threshold of a cadaver and can put up 17 points in 5 games in a playoff series. And Trent would be the first to tell you it was a challenge for him to come back from that high ankle sprain. Oilers signed him to an 8-year extension. He's a unicorn. There's not a lot of players like him left in the NHL anymore. And I'm really looking forward to see what he can do this year in OilCountry camp.
Puck cleared down off the stick of Petrov for the Oilers. It's icing against Edmonton again. Face off to the right of Matt Tompkins, who's an Edmonton area product. Played for the Sherwood Park Crusaders in the AJ before he went to Ohio State.
Yeah, 6'4", big man. Yep.
Face off to his right. 6 games of NHL experience with Tampa Bay in the 23-24 season. Shot from the point, doesn't get through. Lots of traffic. It goes to the left wing corner. Along the left wing boards, Kuznetsov in from the blue line to keep it in. And the puck goes to Morgan Frost. Down the boards into the corner, and Nurse around the left wing boards off of Brady Stonehouse. It doesn't get out. Frost will play it to the corner. He'll go off for a change. 3 minutes gone here, scoreless first. Split squad game. There's another game going on at the Scotiabank Saddledome, about 3 hours south of here. Now to center ice. Puck at center. Podkolzin back into his own end to Nurse. Nurse up the left wing off of Savoy. And inside his own end, Solovyov will get it up the left wing off of Klapka. Puck goes to Dineen. He'll get it to center. Comes back to Dineen and follow the play, and I'll take it back into his own end. Dineen waits. Oilers forward set up. Dineen in the middle of the ice in his own zone. On the left wing to Podkolzin. Played into the right wing corner of the Flames end. Get to the left side. Podkolzin comes flying in there, but Klapka will get it out. Pospisil to center ice for Calgary. Left wing to Hunt. It goes back to the blue line. Kept in on the left wing point by Hertig. Put it off the end board. Siona to the right wing corner, up the right wing side. His pass to the point, that misses Hertig. It'll go all the way down the ice.
Siona's a local product. He can skate. He's a really aggressive player.
At center, Tomasek's going to bring it in. Come in on the right. His shot rising off the stick of Ball, and it goes off the glass. Millman will keep it in. Stetcher from the right point. Got the puck in behind the net. Ball, scoop it around to Siona. But Millman had come in from the left point position. They got it tied up against the boards. Top of the circle inside the Calgary end. 4.5 gone here in a scoreless first as the Oilers take on the Flames of preseason action. Ball up the left wing. Banks it out. And they'll wave the icing off. Millman will set him behind the Edmonton net. Millman steps out on the right. Up the right wing. Got the puck to Hamblin. He'll take a bump right at the Calgary line, and it goes offside against Edmonton. As Hamblin gets out there with Lafreniere and Rem Pitlick.
Hamlin got in at 41 games over a couple seasons, but was not up last year. Had a very good year in Bakersfield where he had 45 points in 51 games and went plus 22.
Just take those guys off the ice right now. Of course, Hamblin, the Edmonton product, Southside Athletic Club, before going to play with the Medicine Hat Tigers in the Western Hockey League.
His father, Tim, was a running back with the Alberta Golden Bears in the 80s.
Athletes running the family. Puck to center ice. Bishop into the Oilers zone for the Flames. Forced to the right by Nurse. Off the right corner boards. Battaglia left it behind the goal. And lost the puck to Jake Wallman. Tries to squeeze by Battaglia. Puck to the right wing. Comes back to Wallman. He'll go in behind the Edmonton net. And up the left. As it gets to center ice. Puck gets dumped in. Edmonton able to make a change as Marhala got into it a little bit up at center with Bishop. Those two split up. It's in behind the net in the Flame zone. Kuznetsov on the right wing. Center ice to Frost. Now on the left to Ferk. Into the Oilers zone. A pass hits a stick. Goes up into the air. Dumped to the right corner. Regula in the right wing corner for Edmonton. He's got it in his skates. Puck comes free. Bad angle shot misses. Goes to the left wing point. Solovyov all the way across. Long shot. That doesn't get through from the right side. And a right pad save made by Tompkins. And the puck cleared to the line and out by Savoy. Solovyov will dump it in on the backhand. Didn't get a lot on it. Alex Regula up the right wing. Regula, right side to Savoy. Savoy at the neutral zone. Got past Lomberg. Out of Tomasek into the Flames end on the right wing to Podkolzin. Unable to get the return pass to Tomasek. Puck out to center ice. Pospisil inside the Edmonton zone, just inside that blue line. Pass all the way across. Kept in by Ball on the left to Lomberg. The angle shot, and that's off the stick of Griffith that goes to the right corner. Almost 7 minutes gone here. Scoreless first. Oilers and the Flames. Ball left point. Shot, that gets blocked by Tomasek. Lomberg into the slot area, forced to the right wing corner. A little give and go. Shot by Pospisil, and it's off a stick, and that's going to go out of play. We're going to take a break. We played 7 minutes, 6 seconds of a scoreless first. The Oilers hosting the Flames in preseason action. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll
Clear it up to near boards and out. Onzek put on 15 pounds during the offseason. We'll dump it in from center, and Morton will get in there on the forecheck. Morton all over. Lap it into the far corner. Upman's able to get rid of the puck, though, and the Oilers will clear it out. And now Hudson bats it up the left wing side. Running to busted behind the net is Jaden Group. Calgary native playing in front of family and friends tonight. Group gets hit, knocked off the puck. Good play there by Perek. Morton. Fire pass across to Sunia. He'll bounce it off Lepidin's stick and into the far corner. Lepidin leaves it in behind the net for veteran Josh Brown. Clears it up the near boards, not out. Being able to hold the puck in left point with some help from Basham. Ends up bouncing by Suniev in the high slot. The Oilers will clear it out to center. Here's Sam Morton. 20 goals and 45 points in 70 games with the Wranglers for him last season. And a guy who I think will push for that fourth line center spot. Doesn't look like it's open right now, but you never know what's going to transpire during training camp of the preseason.
Well, and he helped his cause, too, finishing in the top 3 when it came to fitness testing. But, I mean, so far, I know we're only 5.5 minutes into this game. He's already looked really good in terms of winning face-offs, but looks fast and looks strong. So there's no doubt he's going to be pushing for a spot, like you said.
Now, the top 3 in fitness testing were Ryan Lomberg. No surprise there. Blake Coleman, and as you mentioned, Sam Morton. But the coach is really happy with the entire group and the work they did during the offseason. Here's Backlund, who's again near the top of fitness testing. Gets it in deep. Zeri takes a huge
to the left point. A blast save made by Prosvetov. And the puck to the left side and clear it out. Cairns will get it out. Good job by Stetcher to lift the stick with Cairns, and now Stetcher starts the rush for Edmonton. To Millman on the left wing. Edmonton's going to regroup here. Troy Stetcher in the middle at his own blue line. Al Millman, center ice. He'll lift it in. Kuznetsov in behind the Flame net. On the right to Pahal. Get it to the right wing to Bishop. Lost it just inside the Edmonton line. He'll come back to him on the right point. A wrist shot, and that's off a leg and out of play. 8 minutes, 5 seconds gone here in a scoreless first.
Well, the Oilers have two players that they signed out of Finland. One is Atro Leppinen, and he led the Finnish league in scoring with 21 goals and 63 points in 60 games. And you could see his ability to read and anticipate plays, and he can play with good players. He made a couple plays yesterday, put David and Draisaitl in the scrimmage. And then we saw Marhala last week, and he finished about 13th in scoring in Finland. He's got a silky set of mitts. He can make some plays.
Puck comes out to center and brought in on the right wing. Podkolzin to the right wing corner of the Flame zone. To the left wing point to Nurse. A wrist shot tipped just wide. And a penalty coming up to the Flames. It'll be a tripping call. 8 minutes, 22 seconds in a scoreless first, and Edmonton's going on the power play.
Chris Knobloch mentioned that the team's looking to do some things a little bit differently this year. Thought Florida did a really good job shading specifically Connor McDavid on his own injuries last year in the playoffs, and I wonder with Paul McFarland, and we should mention Paul McFarland is coaching the team down in Calgary. Chris is behind the bench here, but we'll see. You don't have McDavid playing in either of these two games, or Leon Draisaitl or Nugent Hopkins or Hyman or Bouchard. That's the Oilers' first power play. You didn't Hyman obviously up until November the 1st, but we'll see whether or not there's some different looks, even in terms of gaining the zone with the different personnel.
Wallman has it left point. Right side to Griffith. Back to Wallman in the middle. Top of the circle. It goes to Wallman. Blasts it just wide of the net. It's in the right corner. Griffith. Right wing to Wallman. Came in from the blue line. It goes off of Frederick. Frederick on the left wing. Top of the circle in the Flame zone. Scoreless. We're here in the first. Oilers on the power play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Frederick trying to grind that thing to the front of the Flames net. It'll go to the right wing corner. On the right wing boards. Griffith to Wallman across. The shot by Thomas that goes wide of the net around the corner boards and down the ice.
He had some heat on that. Seth Griffith ran the power play last year in Bakersfield, which struggled at home for the first 4 months of the year, but Griffith, your turnover.
He gets given away to Frost. His shot tried to go upstairs short side, and he missed, put it off the glass. Wallman going behind the Edmonton net. 54 seconds to go in the man advantage. 10.5 to go here in the scoreless first. Up to center ice. Puck brought in by Pitlick. Lost it to Hurtig. And Hunt to center. Only to center where Nurse can step up, shoot it in. Rims on the right wing. Ball behind the goal. Left side. Marhala to the blue line, but Nurse cross on the right wing for Dineen. Right wing corner. Goes off a skate. Dineen got it back. Dineen side of the net to Lafreniere. On the left, comes to the line. Nurse, a shot and a save made by Prosvetov. And the puck along the boards. Now Marhala to the right wing point, that just past Nurse, and it comes out. Penalty over here in 4 seconds. Kuznetsov just ready to come out of the box. He's in there for tripping. Puck to the right wing corner. Nurse along the board. Penalty over. Edmonton 0-for-1 with a man advantage. Through the middle. Lomberg to Bishop. Clark Bishop roll it into the Edmonton zone. Goes to the inboards. Bishop after it, so is Lomberg. Nurse had it in his skates. Up against the back of the Edmonton net. Nurse gets control. Reverses to the right side. And on the right, Stetcher for Janmark. Spins away from his check now through the middle of the ice. Gets to center on the left wing. And the shot off the left side by Hamblin. The save made by Prosvetov. And we can take a break with 9:03 to go here in a scoreless first. The Oilers and the Flames, first preseason game of the year.
Games at the right wing side. Ty Emberson, a shot stop, rebound, and it's picked up and cleared out of harm's way by Suniev, and he'll knock it out to the neutral zone ahead to Morton. Morton drops to Basha. And the Calgary kid will backhand it in as Flames turn to make a change, and as Kulak move it up the far boards, slid across the ice, and here comes Emberson to center. Dump it in the red line. Uyghur goes back to get it. Leaves it for his partner Hanley. First the left wing side to Coleman. It makes a quick pass ahead to Uyghur. He'll slip the left wing side to Backlund. Backlund across the ice over to Hanley. Hanley. Far quarter to Zeri, but a centering pass misses Coleman. The puck is held in by Uyghur, though, and now Uyghur tries to find Coleman on the high slot, but it bounces over the blade of his stick, and Kulak will clear it to the Flames' blue line. And he picks up the loose puck. Turns away from the forechecking Jones. Protects it. Now gets turned in the right direction. Stanley crosses the red line and dumps it in. Coronado is racing in there with a forecheck. Zeri as well. Zeri battling in the far corner with Lopinin as puck squirts free and is cleared down the ice by Jones. Bean back to get it. Will score a Kapanen. Hot pursuit of him as Bean gives it to Perek. He'll bounce up the far boards ahead to Kadri. Kadri, the far corner, tries a move and is stopped by Janssen. A sharp angle shot by Nazem Kadri, who kind of made something out of nothing there, Mick.
That was a nifty little move, comes right off the goal line, goes backhand to forehand. A good opportunity from what can be a tough angle for goaltenders.
Puck pops out in front of the Flames net. The Oilers, Lazar will hold it in. Turn to the left point. Protected from Kadri. And he tries to give it to Howard. That pass bounces off his skate and up the far boards to Coronado, who takes it to center, gets held up by Kapanen, but still manages to move the puck in. And
Safeway. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/5050 for more chances to win.
Well, with Frederick, Colson, and Savoy, those are Edmonton's 3 forwards drafted in the first round that are in the lineup. The Oilers have 4 total. They have 13 players that have played NHL games in the lineup tonight, and they got 8 what we consider NHL vets for tonight's game.
Face off to the right of Prosvetov. Puck to the right wing. Point. Stetcher's shot. That glances off of Hunt and wide. Hamblin on the left wing. Cycles the puck to Pitlick. Has it on the left wing boards. To the blue line. Millman. To Stetcher. To Millman. On the left wing. Angle shot. Hits a body. Goes wide of the net. And up near the blue line. Dryden Hunt will get it out. Stetcher's pass, that hit a stick, goes right over to Siona. His shot, and a blocker save made by Tompkins. And the puck behind the Edmonton goal. Pitlick after it on the left wing. Got it free to Hamblin, who's trying to get through the middle. And he does get it out to center ice and shot right back in by Siona. Flames make changes. Stetcher stops him behind the Edmonton goal. Shots 4-3 for the Oilers with 8:10 to go in a scoreless first period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Stetcher banks a pass past Seth Griffith down the ice. It's icing against Edmonton.
Well, if Troy Stetcher is your number 7 defenseman, you've got a decent team. And the Oilers, with the addition of Jake Wallman, and what I liked about, what Stan Bowman did is he traded a second and a prospect for Frederick. He traded a first for Wallman. The Oilers have already re-signed Frederick to an 8-year deal. He's a unicorn, very unique player. I know that there's ongoing discussions with Wallman's camp. Would not be surprised at all if he signed a long-term extension. And then you lose that draft capital, you got to go find players. So they went and got a couple guys out of Europe, a couple guys out of the NCAA. These are older players. They're not 18 and 19-year-old, second, third round draft choices. These are guys that you've got, more information on. And certainly in the case of David Tomasek, an opportunity to make the team right away. I think Lepidin is a guy that could get some games. And down the road, we'll see where it goes with the likes of Josh Szymanski and potentially a Quinn Hudson. But this is something that there's a structure and process to how Stan does things, which would perhaps explain how he was able basically to win 3 Stanley Cups with 3 different teams. And I know that, they had Taze, they had Kane, they had Seabrook, and they had Keith. That's a great start. But they changed a lot of the other parts.
Janmark steps up to center, shoots it into the Flames end. Griffith right side to Janmark, out to Tomasek. Now back to the point, walking in. The shot, the save made by Prosvetov as coming in from the point was Deneen to get that shot. And Prosvetov held on to it.
Seth Griffith getting worked over in front of the net. Seth is Played just one NHL game in the last 7 years. He's on an AHL deal. The Oilers have 3 players playing tonight that are not on NHL deals, including Seth Griffith. Mason Millman's another one. Spent 4 years with Jason Smith and the Flyers organization on their farm team in Lehigh Valley. So,
face off to the right of Prosvetov. Goes to Dineen, left point, walks to the middle with it, can't find the shooting lane, waiting, now to the right point. Get it across, and Petrov shot. This save by Prosvetov with the left point, with the left pad, as Petrov's shot found its way through. There was a lot of traffic. Kuznetsov will get it out. Hit the stick of Prospisil, goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Dineen off the glass and out, a bouncing puck. Pahal's got to turn and chase after it. Stonehouse right on him. It's in behind the Calgary net. 7 minutes to go here in a scoreless first. Klapka through the middle. He'll get to center for the Flames. Now he's forced back by Podkolzin, trying to hold him off. Through the middle to Battaglia. Couldn't get it through to Bishop. Wallman up the left wing for Edmonton. At center ice, dumps it in. Solovyov around to Miromanov. Has to go in behind the Calgary net. Got it to the line. Wallman's going to keep it in. Onto the left side. A rising shot. And Prosvetov with the save. Puck back to the left wing point. Wallman to Nurse on the right. Around the right wing. Goes in behind the net. Miromanov. Right side. Gave the puck to Bell. Bell takes a bump. Lost it. Goes to the right point for Nurse. Nurse cross ice off of Battaglia. Goes to the left wing corner. Savoy battles for it with Miromanov right on him, and Bishop will scoop it up into the air and out. It'll go up on end. It'll be icing against the Flames with 5:55 to go here in a scoreless first period.
Well, you saw a bit of the physicality there. Vasily Podkolzin along with Trent Frederick. Frederick represented by Elaine Wall, one of the good guys to deal with in the business. Craigos Oster, the former Manitoba Bison, is Vasily's agent. And Podkolzin is a player that Leon Draisaitl respects from the work ethic. I think we saw him take another step in the playoffs last year. It's going to be interesting. I know there's certainly a willingness from the Oilers to discuss an extension, probably a short-term one, with Podkolzin. It's a pretty good pickup for a fourth-round pick from Vancouver. Kind of makes you wonder why it didn't work in Vancouver, given how he plays.
Millman on the left point to Hamblin, left wing corner in Calgary territory. It's up against the end boards. It squeezes loose to the middle of the ice. And Bell will get it out. Not hard enough for icing. Millman in his own end to Stetcher. 5.5 to go into scoreless first. Stetcher through the middle. Over the Calgary line to Lafreniere. Now to Pitlick, to Lafreniere on the left. To the right wing point. Millman to Pitlick across the one-timer, and that's off a stick, and it goes wide of the Calgary net. Stetcher let it go from the left wing. Hertig will get it out. Long pass, too far for Hunt, and it will be called icing against the Flames. 5:06 to go in the scoreless first.
Remember when Dryden Hunt led the West League in scoring?
He had a big 20-year-old year.
Did he ever? And he parlayed that into, really
a contract
and becoming an NHL player. And he was good last year for the Flames farm team, the Calgary Wranglers. He had a point per game last year, 235 NHL games played. Solid AHL, NHL tweener for call-up purposes for Calgary.
Got 235 NHL games to his resume now. Face off to the left of Prosvetov. Puck to the right wing point. Regula to Griffith. Down the left side, rising shot. And from the angle, that went wide of the net. Regula kept it in on the right wing as Dineen just missed. And it's in behind the Calgary goal. Ball on the left wing boards. Gave it away to Regula's shot. Blocked. Goes over to the left wing. Griffith to the blue line for Dineen. Now it gets to the middle. Over to Tomasek. Winds up. Blasts a shot. And the save made by Prosvetov. Hertig up the right wing to Sione. Was just able to squeeze it out of the zone. Regula coming into the Calgary end. Lost it at the line. It's out. Dineen to Regula.
I'm already liking what we're seeing out of Tomasek. And it's very early in preseason, but he's got a good processor. You can see the offensive instincts there.
On the right side, Center ice, who's Podkolzin flips the puck in. Prosvetov gave it to Pahal, got it around the left wing, and Frost can't clear the zone. He'll get checked. Savoy, his pass to the middle, that just missed Frederick, and Farabee comes out the other way for Calgary. To the Edmonton line, chopped it just in. As it goes to the middle of the ice, Wallman will take it in behind the Edmonton net. 3:45 to go in a scoreless first. Wallman slowly through the middle to Nurse at center, flips it cross corner, gathering the puck. Petrov, the angle shot, and Prosvetov will make the save. He's going to hold on with 3:32 to go here. Scoreless first period. The Oilers and the Flames split squad preseason style here from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Ledoux. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with heavy metal equipment and rentals. Heavy metal equipment.
Dryer, fridge, and more. You also get stylish window blinds, a moving concierge service, and a gorgeous landscaping package. Plus an extra $10,000 off. Woo! Ready to jump in? Visit homesbyavi.com. Homes by Avi. Built for you. Designed for quickies.
You're listening to Calgary Flames Hockey on your home of the Flames. Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Well, fire up the winnings with the Flames Foundation 50-50. This season, you'll have more chances to win than ever. Purchase your ticket package, and you'll receive one lucky number for multiple chances to win the big jackpot. Get 10 chances for $10, 100 chances for $25, 400 chances for $50, 1,000 chances for $100, and 2,400 chances for $500 or for $120.
Good deal.
That's a mouthful. Yeah, wow. To purchase your tickets and support the important work being done in our community by the Flames Foundation, visit 5050flames.com.
And congratulations to Candace Gowdy and everybody that works with the Flames.
Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 3:32 to go here. Scoreless first period. Oilers and Flames, first preseason game of this year. The puck goes to the left wing corner in the Flame zone. Solovyov can't get it out. On the left wing, a shot by Stonehouse was directed wide of the net off a Flame stick. And the puck top of the circle in Calgary territory. It was into the skates by Marhala, and it does come out to center ice. Klapka off the boards and in. Nurse will turn on it. Nurse to Marhala up the right wing. Stonehouse to the line. Lomberg kept it in for Calgary. A bouncing puck. Klapka scooped into the corner. Marhala along the right wing. In behind the net to Wallman.
Man, you see the composure of Wallman under. And I think that defines a lot with defense. The Oilers making a line change and so do the Flames. Just, he's composed. He can handle, where other players are under duress, he's capable of making a play.
Hitlick got stripped of it at the Edmonton blue line. Battaglia on the left wing. Around to Bishop on the right. It's steamrolled over by Wallman. It goes in behind the Edmonton goal. A right wing corner. Battaglia to the right point. Flames can't keep it in. Ball in the neutral zone to shoot it in. Flames haven't tagged up. That's offside with 2:17 to go here in a scoreless first period.
So hard to think about it for a second here, but the Calgary Flames finished 2 points behind the Florida Panthers in the overall standings last year. Now, Florida was a very different team after they added Seth Jones and Brad Marchand. They wouldn't have been able to do that had Matthew Tkachuk not gotten hurt at the Four Nations face-off. We know now that Tkachuk is not expected to play the first couple of months of the season at minimum. Calgary had a pretty good year.
They did.
They had a poor goal differential, which for me is always a key delineator as to maybe what a team really is. But they won a bunch of close games, and they got some stops from a guy who they think is going to be a legit #1 goalie for the next decade plus, and it altered the course and direction of their team last season. They only finished 5 points behind the Oilers.
Exactly. Puck flipped in center, goes into the Calgary zone. Flames were 1 point away from making the playoffs last year.
Now, it should be stated, Edmonton was the best team in the NHL record-wise from November 7th through February 7th.
Puck deflected out of play.
And then in the final 14 games of the year, in not one of those games did both Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl play. They missed like 2 or 3 games, and then, one of them would play 3, and then the other would play a couple. And
there was a lot of injury issues late in the season.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way the Oilers finish 11th again in goals. I think Edmonton's going to be just because of the ability of their defense to transition the puck. We got a hot mic downstairs. If somebody can keep an eye on that for us or here. But I do expect the Oilers to score considerably more this year than they did last year. They were 1st and 4th the 2 years before that. I could foresee Edmonton being a top 5 goal-scoring team this season just because their D can move the puck.
Icing against Calgary. Face-off to the left of Ivan Prosvetov. Prosvetov played the KHL last year, but 24 NHL games between Arizona and Colorado earlier in his career. Tomasek will take the draw for Edmonton. He's up against Frost. The puck goes to the right wing. It's cleared by Miramanov. And down the right wing, Frost into the Oilers' zone. He'll get a pass through the slot, and that goes wide, but a penalty coming up to the Oilers as Martin Ferk was going hard to the net. He got dumped down, and it's the first power play of the evening for Calgary with 1:19 to go in a scoreless first.
Oh, Ferk had a real good year last year for the Calgary Wranglers. He scored 27 goals, had 60 points in 67 games. Former Detroit pick, who spent a couple years over in Europe before that.
Tomasek for the hook. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Tompkins. Frost wins the draw. Miramanov to the middle, now to Frost, left point. Frost to Miramanov, a shot, and that one stopped by Tompkins. It goes in behind the goal. Klapka to the right wing, top of the circle to the line. Give it to Miramanov. Will walk to the middle of the ice. Last minute here in a scoreless first. Right wing to Farabee. Now to Cairns. On the right wing to Miramanov. And behind the net to Klapka. Left wing to Frost. He's at the hash marks. To the blue line for Cairns. Right wing, Miramanov. A snapshot. And that one off the stick of Podkolzin, and it goes out of play.
So other than the 2024 playoff run where the penalty killing was unreal, it's been a bit of a challenge, and we're going to see a change to it this year. We're already seeing it.
The challenge out of the gate last year was unbelievable.
They couldn't get a save, really. But the Oilers forwards are not doing an overload to one side and then an exchange. They're staying. The Oilers were one of 3 teams that PK'd the way they did last year. And that time we just saw them sort of stay in a traditional, more of a box.
Frederick to the left wing corner will get it up in the air and down the ice. It's right on net. Prosvetov was able to set it and ball up the left wing for the Flames. To Hunt, in over the Edmonton line for Pospisil. Left wing point to Ball. Comes down the boards to Ferk across the one-time shot. Pospisil put it wrong. Wide of the net, and it is now cleared all the way down by Stetcher. And the first period is about to come to a close. And the Flames will have 41 seconds of power play time to start off the second period.
What you think?
I think the Oilers had some looks. Didn't give up a whole lot. Tompkins didn't have to make a lot of tough saves. He only had to make 3 total. So I would say it was somewhat predictable in that it's not going to be the smoothest first period of the first preseason game.
Didn't mind what and I know Tomasek took the penalty, but I liked what we saw out of Tomasek. Savoy made some plays in tight.
All right, we can head downstairs. Aiden Gannon standing by with Trent Frederick.
All right, thanks, guys. Trent, obviously 20 minutes, your first 20 minutes since the playoffs last year. What was it kind of like getting back out there?
It was good. It was fun. I mean, you got to get the legs going a little bit more. I think hopefully they start feeling better here in the second period, and I think they will.
For sure. As you're actively sitting right now, it's just funny. No, it's all good. So a lack of scoring through the first 20 minutes there. What kind of needs to be done to get on the score sheet here?
Yeah, I thought towards the end we did a good job of getting pucks in net. I think the same thing. I think everyone will get their legs under them here, and hopefully we'll see some more offense here.
For sure. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there was Aiden Gannum downstairs with Trent Frederick. And, yeah, you could see it coming on kind of as the period went on. Yeah. Oilers throwing some pucks towards that Flames goal.
Sure. Simplified on the power play, and because they don't have any of, I mean, it's been the best power play in NHL history over the last several years. And, again, a drop-off last year. They were like 5th, 6th, or 7th going into the final month of the season, and they had the injuries, and their power play wasn't quite the same. To be frank with you, the players on that power play would tell you that they would have liked to have generated more in both of the Stanley Cup Finals against Florida. I might assert maybe they could have used a couple more calls, especially in the second matchup. At the end of the day, it's, it is about player evaluation. There were some things to like with some of the, frankly, there's a couple guys out there you can see this might be their last game. Just that it's too much of a step right now. That said, I think Tompkins looks solid.
Yeah,
the D can move the puck. There's no question. Like they got, I know Regula hasn't played in the last year, but he was plus 36 the year before in the American Hockey League. Stan Bowman knows him. He's a 6'4" right shot, and the Oilers have him signed for 2 years. They obviously believe there's some runway with this player. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I know a lot of people think Wallman's going to be playing on the right side this year. That's probably a given with Darnell Nurse, but I could foresee a scenario in a year from now, Cam, where the Oilers' 3 right shot D are, like a 26-year-old Evan Bouchard, a 25-year-old Ty Emerson, and a 25-year-old Alec Regula. I am not sitting there writing Regula off as a potential NHL defenseman. Like he's a rangy guy that can move the puck and get it up the ice. We're not seeing Leppinen tonight, but I got a couple guys watching the game tonight for me. One's in the building, and one's watching online. Lepinen's had a real strong performance, and you got to find players, especially when, when you're rebuilding, you take on picks. When you're going for it year after year, you're losing draft capital. You got to find players elsewhere. And when we were doing the rookie tournament, the 2 rookie games against Calgary, and they're talking about, looking at much more depth. I'm like, yeah, you didn't have any depth from that 2022 draft. You only made 3 picks that year because you guys went for it. And then Connor and Leon stole a series from you in game 2 and tilted the ice and changed the complexion of things. So, about evaluation, some good plays out there. Oilers D look like they can make some passes, and some of Edmonton's, certainly you can see the skill with the likes of Tomasek and Savoy.
Scoreless after 1, the Oilers and the Flames first preseason matchup. And I can tell you, Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they're standing by. They got the intermission for you when we come back. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place, and for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Here's what's new at 880ched.com.
880ched has teamed up with New West Travel to give you the chance to fly away with Stacy to Thailand. Keep it dialed in from September 2nd to October 3rd for your word of the day. When you hear it, enter it at 880ched.com. Then listen on October 6th to see if you'll be heading off on a dream tour to Thailand.
Get your name on our insider list today and keep up to date on pre-sales, contests, and more. Visit 880ched.com.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Solovyov all the way across. Long shot. That doesn't get through from the right side. And a right pad save made by Tompkins. And the puck cleared to the line and out by Savoy.
One of just 3 saves for Oilers goaltender Matt Tompkins through the first 20 minutes of play here at Rogers Place. Split squad action. It is entertaining for sure, but scoreless after 20 minutes. Shots 9-3 favoring your Edmonton Oilers. A couple of penalties going either way, so we'll see the Flames start with a little bit of power play time here in period number 2. That's the story. We are joined, as always, by our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. Rob, anything that you noticed maybe about the pace of play or anything leaping out to you?
I think it's, and Mooner said it best at the end of the period, it's what you expected. I thought both teams dressed two lines that have some experience at this level and two lines that are very inexperienced. A lot of, minor league / junior players. When Calgary's top two lines, Frost or Pospisil, were on the ice, they tilted the ice in their favor. When the Oilers' lines of Frederick and Tomasek were on the ice, they tilted in their favor. Mm-hmm. Both lines seemed to be matched up against the younger lines on the opposition. So I know that Bob said Tomasek looked pretty good. Well, he should. He's 29, and he was playing against, a 23-year-old Rory Kieran's for half his shifts, or a 19-year-old Jacob Battaglia. So he should look good. Frederick, when he was out there, looked fine too, and again, he should. He's a solid NHL player, and vice versa. The Calgary veteran players looked good as well. Not a lot of big mistakes. The only big mistakes in that period were made by a veteran defenseman in Stetcher. Made a couple big mistakes in the same shift. Not a lot of action around the net, but when both teams don't dress any of their top goal scorers, you don't see the pretty goals. So I think it was sloppy at times, energetic certainly throughout, but it looked like the first exhibition game of the season. And these players will get better as this game moves on, just like the exhibition games will get better as they move on as well.
Just keeping an eye on our friends to the south, where the Oilers are taking on the other set of Calgary Flames. Kasperi Kapanen has a goal, assisted by Ike Howard and Brett Kulak. That's where they stand down there after 20 minutes, a 1-0 Oilers lead. Up here, though, we are scoreless. You mentioned Tompkins there. I thought he actually looked pretty good and was unfortunately tested a couple of times, as you highlighted there as well, Rob, because of the turnovers early in that period. And then Edmonton was able to clean things up, I thought, in the latter half of the period in that realm.
Yeah, the Calgary Flames were better. The first 7-8 minutes, they were the better of the two teams. They had a number of chances. I thought that 3 seems kind of light for the amount of shots that Calgary had in that period, because it did seem that Tompkins was tested a few times early. The Flames missed on a number of shots, but there was one real good kick save Tompkins made on a turnover by the Oilers. It's funny, Bob started talking about both teams' power plays and how the Oilers' power play is so special, and it is. But you're looking at two teams out there that have 0 of their power play players in the lineups. So there's guys that are learning on the fly of what they're supposed to be doing. It wasn't too physical. It was kind of sloppy. But I think you saw players out there that are trying to be noticed, and sometimes when you're trying to be noticed, you try to force plays. And we saw one that the Oilers made just on the power play, just outside their own blue line. They turn the puck over and it goes back in on a partial breakaway. Those are things that will be cleaned up as this game goes on, as the coaches will start talking to some of the younger players, pointing out what they can and cannot do at this level.
I'm going to throw back to the studio here real quick. I'm going to put Eamon Hashem on the spot. Do we have that interview that Aiden Ganem did with Rem Pitlick prior to the game? I would love to hear from Rem Pitlick if we can get that queued up.
Yes, sir. I got it ready.
All right, my man.
All right, down here with Rem Pitlick. Rem, another season here. Just what does it feel like to lace him up again?
Yeah, it's really exciting. Being in Edmonton again, my brother and I came here a little bit early. We played in the brick tournament together, so that was fun to go to the mall. And we're just excited to have the opportunity to play together, show our chemistry, and contribute to the winning culture of this organization.
For sure. You mentioned your brother, your cousin Tyler was also a member of the Oilers organization, but for Rhett, he's a lot younger. Yeah. You obviously know what it's like to make an NHL roster, so what's kind of the guidance there for him?
I think it's just, everyone does it a little different way. I think the biggest thing is being authentic and having fun. So it's just fun to watch him be himself, and I think that's important for everyone. Just be yourself, have fun, be nice, and make some plays.
For sure. Now, the preseason is obviously an opportunity for you to showcase your talents to the management and show that you can contribute to the organization. So what's kind of your goal coming into this preseason?
I definitely want to make plays. I think that's the fun part of hockey. That's how I grew up. My dad was our skills coach, and my brother and I have both worked with Adam Oates for some time. So making plays is a fun part of hockey, and I think also just using quickness to be a 200-foot player, be disruptive with my stick, and be hard to play against that way. So yeah. Thanks a lot, Rem. Yeah, thank you. God bless.
Rem Pitlick with our Aiden Ganem there pregame. Just thought I'd splash that into our intermission coverage here. It's Brendan Escott at Rogers Place. A scoreless first 20 minutes between Calgary and Edmonton up here. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard, go right around the league when we get back. But I will tell you that the Oilers have a 1-0 lead down the QE2 at Scotiabank Saddledome. We are at the intermission. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Looking for the ultimate dinner and show experience? Look no further than Edmonton's famous Mayfield Dinner Theater, where you'll enjoy world-class productions and delectable dining in a new renovated theater. Whether it's date night, a work party, a celebration, or a spontaneous night out with friends, your experience at the Mayfield Dinner Theater is sure to be a memorable one. The 2025-2026 season is on sale now, so check out the exciting lineup of shows and get your tickets today at mayfieldtheater.ca.
Now, this update from the Canadian Press. Other major international allies are expected to soon join Canada, the UK, and Australia in officially recognizing an independent Palestinian state as the Israel-Hamas war continues in the Gaza Strip. Prime Minister Mark Carney made the formal announcement of Canada's recognition today ahead of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The National Council of Canadian Muslims says it's a historic day, while adding much more needs to be done. Meantime, Jewish advocacy group B'nai B'rith Canada says Ottawa bowed to international pressure by prematurely recognizing a Palestinian state built entirely on empty promises from the Palestinian Authority. Forecasters say the Category 1 Gabrielle could reach major hurricane status in the coming days, with large ocean swells expected to reach the eastern seaboard from North Carolina to Atlantic Canada. The storm is currently churning southeast of Bermuda. From the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
It's a new era for Ford in Edmonton. Welcome to Big West Ford. Located westbound on Stony Plain Road just east of the Henday, Big West Ford is Edmonton's newest and most exciting Ford dealership. Whether you're after the legendary F-150, the Powerhouse 350 Super Duty, or the adventurous Bronco, they've got you covered with exceptional selection and service right here in your city. Big West Ford, driven by you. Visit Big West Ford at 18208 Stony Plain Road or online at bigwestford.com.
Are insects invading your home? I'm Tyler, a trained expert with Able Pest Control. In your home or business, insects can be a big concern. Just ask Emma.
I had ants and spiders in my kitchen and basement, and I was worried they would infest other areas of my home. I picked up the phone and called Able.
Good call, Emma. I was glad I could help. At Able, we love what we do, and we know how to keep your property and family protected. Able, we're on it. My name is Tyler with Able Pest Control, and I'm on it. Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Time now for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. the other half of this split squad game going on. 1-0, the Edmonton Oilers leading the Calgary Flames down in Cowtown. Kasperi Kapanen with the goal there. Ike Howard and Brett Kulak picking up the helpers. Around the rest of the National Hockey League, we had some earlier action. It was Toronto knocking off the Maple Leafs 4-3. Wilds getting the best of Winnipeg 3-2 in overtime. Continuing with the Canadian action, you've got the Vancouver Canucks and Seattle Kraken facing off right now. That's after 20 minutes, a 1-0 Kraken leads. That is all the Canadian action I can tell you about. The Blue Jays were able to clinch a playoff berth for the first time in a few years now, and this has been really entertaining to follow. So lock into the Blue Jays playoff race here, or playoff push. I don't know. You can't even call it a race. They made it. They crossed the finish line. They celebrated with champagne in the locker room after an 8-5 victory over Kansas City. Now it's a matter of whether or not they can hang on against the New York Yankees for the division. That's the story on the out-of-town scoreboard for Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. We'll check in once again at the second intermission. Right now I can see them walking back down the tunnel. We'll send it back to Cam and Bob. This has been At the Intermission on your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Chemco is more than just a trusted local name. Chemco has been building industry across Canada for more than 60 years. From engineering through to commissioning, construction, maintenance, and beyond, Chemco's multidiscipline approach stands firmly on the belief that Chemco cares. It's not just what they do, it's how they do it. Visit Chemco.com and discover how they can support your project today. Chemco, proud fans of the Edmonton Oilers, serving and supporting communities across Canada for over 60 years. Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they're the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Oilers, Flames, preseason action. Getting ready for the second period. This game's still scoreless. And tonight's Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of Every Kid Deserves a Shot presented by Rogers, making a real lasting impact by uniting the community and removing barriers to sport. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. Oilers shorthanded to start off this second period as David Tomasek still in the penalty box for another 30 seconds. And out of his own end and out through the middle, Cairns in over the Edmonton line to Klapka on the right. Back to the left point. That goes just off a stick and out to center ice. Sidmir Manov has it on the right wing. They can drop that back to Frost. Will come up the right, in over the line, through the middle. Gave it away to Frederick. Trent Frederick shoots it all the way down. Penalty is just about done. And now the Flames 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Klapka at his own blue line, cuts across it. Goes all the way to the left side. Could not get the puck into the Edmonton zone. Shot back into Calgary territory. Off the right wing. Pospisil got it to center ice. On the right side. Tomasek will dump it in. In behind the net, Janmark to the left to Podkolzin. His pass that goes off at Tomasek. It's in behind the net, in front, off the skate of Podkolzin. And Janmark almost had an opportunity. The puck to the left wing point. Deneen rims it around on the right. Regula's shot high and wide. Off the glass, knocked down by Janmark. He'll bank it in behind the goal. Right wing for Podkolzin. Puck comes free. Lombard with control for the Flames. His pass off a leg It's brought right back in. Denin will walk in. He'll shoot it. Save made by Prosvetov, and the puck goes to the right wing corner. And up the boards. Pospisil to center ice for Calgary, now to Lomberg. Lost it. Now gets it back. Bats it to the right corner. Millman in behind his net. We're 2 minutes gone here. Scoreless. Oilers and Flames here in the second period. Pass to Pitlick. Off his stick. Goes to the line. Millman will shoot it in. The Oilers are offside. They got to tag up. Kuznetsov. Across to Pahal. Right wing for Hunt. To Cairns. Backhanded in. It goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Kuznetsov on the left wing. Over to the right. Pahal in from the right wing point. Jams a puck in behind the Edmonton net. Stetcher. Right wing to Lafreniere. Got it to the blue line. It doesn't get out. And sent into the corner by Kuznetsov. And it's cleared past Kuznetsov on the point. And Hurtig will backpedal into his own end for Calgary. Long pass on the right. Cairns will get it in behind the net for Hunt. Take it to the left wing corner. He gets tied up. Bell digs the puck out for the Flames. To the point, Hurtig, a rising shot. Blocked. Goes to the right corner. It hit Dryden Hunt.
And it hurt him.
Yeah.
He's not putting any weight at all on that left hand.
He slowly goes to the Flames bench. It's poked into Flames territory as we're just over 3 minutes gone here in the second. Oilers and Flames still at zeros. On the right wing, one-handing it was Battaglia, goes deep into the Edmonton zone. It's in behind the net. Wallman on the right wing through center to Marhala. Cross to Nurse. Pass hits Stonehouse in the skate. Goes in behind the Flame net. Kuznetsov forced by Stonehouse. Stonehouse takes him to the right wing corner. Marhala right there looking for a loose puck. Petrov came in, swept it back to the left wing point. Nurse with a snapshot. Scores! Nurse, a little snapshot from the left wing point, and somehow that thing snuck in, and it's 1-0 Edmonton.
Well, just the long-range bomber. Marhala was doing a bit of a flyby in front. Nurse is leading the celebratory flyby. Was that deflected in the high slot? I don't think so. I think it's Darnell's goal, but Marhala was being chased out to the top of the face-off circle, went right through him, and that's not a particularly great goal.
3:46, time of the goal. Prosvetov had that one get in between his blocker arm and his body. Snuck in on the short side. 1-0 Edmonton. To center ice ball. Snaps it into the Edmonton zone. Left wing, Janmark forced back by Ball. Puck comes free to the middle. Farabee couldn't get a shot away, and a new loose puck gets to the slot. Ferkel let it go. That's blocked. And the puck on the right wing point. Poked down the boards by Hurtig, and it's shot out. Won't be hard enough for icing. It's in behind the Calgary net. Nurse the goal scorer. 1-0 Edmonton leads. Puck flipped out to Lomberg. And the Flames go offside at the Edmonton blue line. 4 minutes, 42 seconds gone here in the second period. And they'll move the face-off outside. No, all the way down into the Flame zone.
Wow.
All right.
Paying homage to one of our favorite songs from a couple years ago during the run, maybe 3 years ago. Is that Armin van Buren?
Nice touch. Face off to the left of Prosvetov. Miramanov with a little turn out of the left corner and now cuts out through center ice. Right wing to Klapka, shoots it in. Stetcher behind the Edmonton net. On the left to Millman, got it top of the circle, and then Klapka, Millman got tripped up. There's a penalty coming up to the Flames. 4:59 gone here in the second. 1-0 Edmonton leads. They'll go on their second power play as Ryan Lomberg is going to the box.
In the I bet you didn't know this category, you and me had the privilege of attending the Battle of Alberta Golf Tournament.
Yes.
There was 5 Hall of Famers from the Oilers, 5 Hall of Famers from the Calgary Flames available for bids for the tournament. The largest bid went $100,000 for Ryan Lomberg. He will be a legend forever.
Yes, he will be a legend forever. That was unreal. Oilers on the man advantage. Wallman with it in the middle on the blue line across. One-timer and Tomasek. That got blocked by Pahal and cleared down the ice. Tripping the call to Lomberg. Oiler power play presented by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Wallman out from behind the Edmonton net. Left side of Frederick will get to center. At the Flame line, Tomasek to the left wing corner it goes. Pahal behind the net and cleared out and all the way down the ice by Kuznetsov. Tompkins set it in behind the goal for Jake Wallman. Came to the Oilers last year in a deal from the San Jose Sharks. Puck at center ice to Frederick. In over the Calgary line. Backhands it in behind the net. Rosvetov can't get it out. Puck goes to the right wing corner. And behind the goal, Savoy's trying to get this thing loose. Ball's got it up against the boards for the Flames. 55 seconds to go in the Edmonton power play. Savoy squeezes out with a puck in front of the net. The shot by Tomasek and a save made by Prosvetov.
Good work by Savoy, though.
Ball will shoot it all the way down the ice. That was a great setup by Matt Savoy.
Didn't mind the shot from Tomasek either.
Out through the middle, Wallman. Now broken up by Bishop. Softly play it into the Edmonton zone. Dineen comes up through the middle for Edmonton. 15 seconds to go on the man advantage. Over to the left side, snaps the puck in. Rims on the right. Solovyov out to the left wing. Maramanov couldn't clear it out. Dineen, cross-ice pass on the right to Pitlick. Out of the point. Nurse to the middle. A shot! And that's off the arm of Prosvetov, and the penalty expires. Lomberg back out there. Edmonton 0 for 2 on the power play. Right wing to Hunt. To the Edmonton end. Goes to the left wing corner. Shots are 13-3 for Edmonton. To the middle of the ice. Scores! Frost got the pass in the slot. And he snaps it high to the stick side on Tompkins and ties the game at 1.
Well, Morgan Frost has always had real good offensive ability. He's been last 3 seasons, 46, 41, and 37 points. Came over in that trade that sent Kuzmenko to the Flyers, and the Flyers flipped him off to LA. 3 goals and 12 points, 32 games. Some people thought Philadelphia was maybe dumping some money there from that deal on the Farabee side, but I know that, I'll be frank with you, I can tell you that the Oilers had looked at Morgan Frost as well, more so the year earlier, and it's a pretty nice finish.
Got that pass in the slot, and he was going backwards as he shot it. Just snapped that high inside the post on the stick side of Tompkins, ties the game up at 7:14 of the second period. And the puck in the neutral zone. Stetcher into the Calgary end on the right wing. A shot save made by Prosvetov, and he'll cover that up. Quick little one-timer off the right wing. And he got it with the right pad and was able to cover it. And we can take a break. Tied at 1, Oilers and Flames, 7 minutes, 40 seconds gone here in the second period from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
I'm here with Mike, a Ford employee, to hook me up with a deal on a new Super Duty.
Oh, with Ford employee pricing on now, you don't really need me. You pay what we pay.
So I just get your price?
Yep. Tell them Mike sent you. Or Maria. Or Namig.
Ford employee pricing is here, where you pay what Mike pays.
Or Genevieve. Or Elise. Or Kevy.
Right now, get up to $12,835 in employee price adjustments on eligible 2025 Super Duty models. For details, visit your Alberta Ford store or Ford.ca.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and Flames preseason action tied at 1, 7:40 gone.
Nope. Justin Kirkland and don't forget Anthony Mantha, both lost for the season with non-contact knee injuries. And then Missouri injures his knees not once but twice. Here comes Suniev across the Oilers' blue line. Suniev backhands it in front. That pass is blocked, and now Morton shoots and just misses Jansson's net. Here's Hanley, far boards. Hanley will back it up to the blue line to Basha. Plays it right point to Uyghur. Uyghur fakes a shot and now makes a pass. I think intended for Suniev, but he gets clobbered by Stillman along the end boards. Like interference, but no penalty call on the play as puck is picked up by Akey, and he'll send it out to center to Pitlick. Crosses the Flames line, drops to Hudson. Quinn Hudson, by the way, is the older brother of last season's Calder Trophy winner, Canadiens defenseman Blaine Hudson. He's got some skill. We saw that in those next-gen games. Flooded the pocket behind the Oilers.
Went off of Cairns, came back to Herdig. He can shoot it in. Tompkins was able to slow it up and not stop it. Regula to the boards. Cairns got it low. Looking for Hunt. Petrov there for Edmonton. Into the middle to Nurse. He'll get to center ice. His pass hits a stick, comes into the Flame zone on the right. Matvey Petrov taken to the boards. It'll go to the blue line. Wallman to Nurse down the left wing. The shot and the save made by Prosvetov, and he'll cover it up. 8 minutes, 53 seconds gone here in the second, tied at 1 as Nurse gets a clean look to the net.
Brady Stonehouse, who's had a couple injury-riddled seasons in the OHL, got moved from Ottawa to Peterborough last year. He's basically signed by the Oilers after a successful appearance in the rookie tournament a couple years ago where he played with quickness and was feisty. He's unfortunately kind of tailed off a bit there. Starting to get back to, showing a little bit of a sandpaper in his game. It's been a little bit of an agitator so far.
Sure, he'll get that opportunity in Bakersfield. Coming out of the Ontario Hockey League.
Certainly in the Pacific Division in Bakersfield, there's some tough guys.
Yes.
Including likely Josh Brown, who not a lot of guys really want to go near.
Face off the Flame zone to the right of Prosvetov. Puck to the blue line. Wallman steers it to the right wing corner. Lomberg to the middle of the ice. Pospisil now to Lomberg in over the line on the left wing. The shot save made by Tompkins, and the net knocked off in behind Tompkins as Nurse was coming back. Him and Pospisil go to the Edmonton net. The net comes off the mooring after the save by Matt Tompkins.
Nurse's bucket got knocked off in that play. I'm not quite sure how Pospisil doesn't get a penalty there, but whatever.
Okay. Push Nurse into the net and to Tompkins for that matter. Darnell looks all right.
Well, Pospisil is not a shy player. He had 84 penalty minutes last year in 81 games. Calgary's got a tough team dressed tonight. Obviously, Longberg can chuck him at the AHL level. Lucas Siono, I mean, he was part of a really tough team in Seattle. Lapka's a big man. He's in the lineup tonight.
Pahal on the back end.
He's not a timid player.
No. They have to reset the pegs at the Oiler net. But you're right. There's some guys that can. Klapka's a monster.
Represented by Jerry Johansson here in town.
Big customer, that Adam Klapka. I'll get that all fixed up in behind Matt Tompkins. This one tied at 1 here at Rogers Place. Split squad action tonight. The other game in Calgary. Pizza 73. Out-of-town scoreboard, still 1-0. Well, hold on. Let's get the freshest of fresh scores, because I trust nothing. Yep, still 1-0. As they're about halfway through, as are we. Face-off just outside the Edmonton blue line. So Loviov at center ice shoots it in. Millman got it up the left boards and won't get out. Lomberg will turn and shoot it. And a save made by Tompkins. Got it with the glove and held on as Lomberg wasted no time.
Calgary's gotten a foothold into this game here. Edmonton was the better team in the first period, and Flames have picked up the tempo and pace. Buoyed a bit by, I think, a good penalty kill.
Yeah, they killed off the Lomberg penalty and scored soon thereafter. Face off to the right of Tompkins. Hamblin into the face-off circle for Edmonton. We go in behind the net. Millman, left wing to Pitlick. Back to Millman. To Pitlick on the left wing, right at the flame line to Hamblin. He'll come in. He'll look to the net. His pass. Oh, what a save made by Prosvetov. Just got his pad on it. Millman to the blue line to Stetcher. A shot. And Prosvetov steers that one aside as well. The puck comes out. And it's going to be an interference call against the Edmonton Oilers. Oh.
Stetcher with a healthy run. Stepping up.
Stetcher's going to go to the box.
And Edmonton unlucky not to be up 2-1 in this game.
Well, Hamblin fed that across. So interference a call.
But the goaltender for Calgary.
Yeah, good setup by...
with a huge stop.
Yeah, huge save off of, it was Hamblin across to Lafreniere, and great save. So the Oilers shorthanded, that penalty kill. It's brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Tompkins. Puck to the left wing point. Here, Manov on the left to Frost to the middle, and it's put towards it. It's saved by Tompkins, and finally able to hold on to it. It was loose for a moment in the crease, and Tompkins found it through the traffic and jumps on it. Tied at 1 here in the second. 10:07 to go in this second period.
It's interesting. Calgary's got both Anderson and Weegar playing. Their top 2 defensemen down in Calgary tonight. Oilers don't have Ekholm and Bouchard. Yeah.
Frost on the left side at the hash marks. Saucers it across. Cairns had it skip over his stick, but then he's able to keep it in. Puck gets given away to Nurse. He'll wind up, fake the shot into the Flame zone. Just lets it go in behind the goal. He'll go off for a change. Miramanov to Frost. The Edmonton blue line. Gets the puck into Klapka. Back to the right wing point. Miramanov for Cairns. Cairns has it right side. Hash marks to the blue line. Miramanov on the left. Frost, top of the circle to Miramanov. A snapshot tipped wide of the Edmonton net. Regula can't get it out. Frost keeps it in. Across to Cairns. Now to the middle. Cairns, his pass goes all the way to Frost. His shot, that goes off the post. Then it hit Tompkins and stayed out.
lucky one for both teams here. They haven't been scored upon.
Miramanoff on the right wing, tied at 1 in the second. Karen's in front, scores! A slam dunk right at the side of the goal for Farabee. And it's a power play goal, and the Flames are up by a score of 2-1 as Joel Farabee snuck in on the stick side of Tompkins. He got that pass and just slammed it in from a couple of feet out.
Well, Rory Cairns with 2 excellent plays. He had a 33-goal, 61-point season last year in the A, and had a cup of coffee with the Flames and had 4 points in 5 games. And he looks like a playmaker. And sometimes, you know, a low number for him, number 6. That's kind of interesting. And I wonder whether or not he's a guy that some people in Calgary think's got a good chance to make a team. But he real nice dish there, and you said it, slam dunk.
2-1 Flames lead. That was 11:02 time of that power play goal. It's inside the Edmonton zone. Stetcher to Millman, up the left wing, off the left wing boards and in. After it, Matvei Petrov. Get to the top of the circle inside Flames territory, and it comes loose. Pospisil to Lomberg on the left. He had nowhere to go with it. Ball up against the left wing boards for the Flames. Gets spun around. Across to his partner, Hurtig. On the right to Hunt. Doesn't get it out. Thomasuk kept it in for Edmonton. It goes in behind the goal. To Stonehouse for Edmonton. Left wing corner, Seth Griffith. Now behind the net, Stonehouse. Left wing to Thomasuk. Back to the blue line. Nurse for Thomasuk. Thomasuk across the Nurse, batted out of the air by Dryden Hunt, and it clears the zone. Farabee from Kearns and Miramanoff on the power play. 2-1 Flames lead. We're here in the second period. Ball in behind the net. Lost it. Marhala back to the blue line. The shot from the point and the save off a Wallman shot. Prosvitev just got enough of it. And the puck into the Oilers zone on the right wing. Bell to the left wing side. It's top of the circle. Stonehouse in there for the Oilers. To Wallman in behind the Edmonton net. Wallman sets up. Flames back off a bit. Now Wallman steps out through the middle. Slowly makes his way up. Weaves up to the Edmonton blue line. Back to Podkolzin, then off of Savoy. No, he didn't touch it. That's icing against the Oilers. 7:07 to go here in the second period. 2-1 Calgary leads.
Pizza 73 update. Out-of-town scoreboard. 3:27 left second period. Still 1-0 for Edmonton down in Calgary. The other split squad game. Kapanen from Howard, who got the puck on the left side and filtered a pass across. And Kapanen skated into it, a breakaway, and scored. Kulak had the other assist, so 1-0. And the shots are even 16-15 for Edmonton in that game.
Kuznetsov in the Oiler end, left wing to Bishop, top of the circle. Taglia misses Bell with it. It's behind the Edmonton goal. Nurse rims on the left. Kuznetsov from the left side, a shot off a stick wide of the Edmonton goal. Podkolzin just got it to the blue line now. Comes out to center ice. Podkolzin dishes to Frederick on the left wing. The shot save made by Prosvetov. And the puck to the left wing point. Deneen towards the net. It misses. Regula in from the right side to the blue line. A shot that goes wide by Savoy. Deneen left wing corner to Frederick. Left side, top of the circle. Podkolzin. Little reverse play. Regula shot. Save made by Prosvetov. And he'll hold on to it up against his body with 6:17 to go in the second period. We can take a break. 2-1 the Flames lead the Oilers. Preseason action here at Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch tie things up.
Cechek in his 5th pro season. First with the Flames organization. He's played in 16 career NHL games, all with the Sharks back in 2022-2023. There's Anderson now. Out to center ice. Head to Backlund. Has to force a pass to Zary, but it bounces by him. And now Lewandowski gives it away to Zary, and he'll back it up into Flames territory to Anderson. Well, Rasmus Anderson, I think he'd be the first to tell you that last season wasn't his best season, but he still equaled his career high with 11 goals. With a backhand that's blocked. Here comes Jones the other way. And most of last year in the AHL. Turns it over. He'll float it down the ice, but that'll be an icing call on the Flames with now 2:35 to play in the second period, and the Oilers still up by 1.
You mentioned Rasmus Anderson not being happy with his season last year, but in his media availability yesterday, he talked about going to the World Championships after and being the captain of that team, playing in a Worlds in his home country. His 80-year-old grandma was able to come watch him play for the first time in over 10 years.
Wow.
But he talked about just how much he learned there. It feels like he had a really good summer of training. He grew a lot and is ready coming into this 2025-2026 season.
And of course, he represented Sweden at the Four Nations face-off, got into a game there, won bronze, the World Championships as the captain of the club. And it's a big year for Rasmus Anderson in more ways than one. Here's Weegar, gives it away, gets it back, gives it to Grit, sends it out to center to Coleman. Coleman will cross the red line, lift it up, and in. Right in on the goaltender, as a matter of fact. And we've got a goaltending change for the Oilers.
Middle, it goes just off a foot and wide of the Edmonton goal. Siona sweeps it in front all the way to the blue line. And Miramanov going to backhand it towards the net. Can't get that through. Regula on the right wing.
Nice play.
Alec Regula got it loose. To Hamblin, right side to Lafreniere. To Hamblin, and he gets tied up. Puck goes to the inboards in the Calgary zone. Solovyov put it into the skates of Hamblin. It squeezes loose. And on the right wing, Siona to center. And Miramanov will scoop it in on the backhand. We get a long pass on the left side. Marhala left wing corner. His centering pass, that was blocked. Couldn't get it to the front of the net. Hurtig broke it up for the Flames.
That was a real nice play by Marhala. He protected the puck there and created a look out of nothing.
Long pass out through center. Millman able to steal it for Edmonton. Put it through center ice. Hurtig's pass on the left. Farabee now to Frost. Spins around on the right wing. His backhand off a stick. There's a penalty coming up. It's going to be a tripping call. And it is going against the Edmonton Oilers with 4:57 to go here in the second. The Oilers down by a 2-1 score.
So we're going to go to break here, but we're seeing a pretty clear delineation. When they got Farabee and Frost on the ice, they're dangerous.
Marhala will go to the box for the Oilers. 2-1 Flames lead, 4:57 to go in the second period. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Play in period number 2 here at Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary, where it's still the Oilers 1 and the Flames nothing. And this is Calgary Flames Hockey on Sportsnet 960, streaming on the Sportsnet and Flames app, and on CalgaryFlames.com.
Looking for a home with a little more excitement? Homes by Avi's Quickies are designed to get you moving fast. Right now, choose from over 20 single-family quick possession homes packed with all 6 new appliances. Washer, dryer, fridge, and more. You also get stylish window blinds, a moving concierge service, and a gorgeous landscaping package. Plus, an extra $10,000 off. Woo! Ready to jump in? Visit homesbyavi.com. Homes by Avi. Built for you. Designed for quickies.
Ed, get rid of that car.
But honey, it's a classic.
It's a divorce is what it is.
Whoa, what?
Get it off the driveway now.
Sheesh. Fine. It's only been there like a decade or two.
Time to sell your vehicle? Call Alberta Auto Exports. They'll buy any vehicle, any condition, Pinto to Porsche, and give you top dollar on the spot. Get started at albertaautoexports.com. Let it go. Get the dough.
You're listening to Calgary Flames Hockey on your home of the Flames. Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
1:42 to play in period number 2 here at Scotiabank Saddledome, where it's the Oilers 1 and the Flames nothing. We are bringing you this preseason Battle of Alberta from the Peter Maher Radio broadcast booth, sponsored by South Point Toyota. Save up to $5,000 on all in-stock Tacomas. Plus, get free winter tires and...
Beal. Get it back to the blue line. Miromanov on the right to Farabee, top of the circle. Wanted to get it to Cairns in the right wing corner. Hit an Edmonton stick. Miromanov has it on the right wing point. A snapshot. That glances wide, and Savoy can get it out and all the way down. Miromanov will turn it up. Swing it back to Cairns. Cairns at his own blue line. Cross to Frost. Gains the zone. Over to Farabee down the left wing. To Frost, top of the circle. Left side in the Edmonton zone. To Farabee, now back to the blue line. Walking in, Miromanov to the left. To Frost, across to Cairns. Has it on the right wing. To Miromanov. Left wing. Gave the puck to Frost. Comes across to Cairns. And the save made by Tompkins. And he held on to it. Cairns with a good hard shot off the right wing. 3:51 to go here in the second. 2-1 Flames lead the Oilers. 54 seconds left to go in this Calgary power play. Face-off will be to the left of Tompkins. Tompkins played in the American Hockey League last year in Springfield. 12, 10, and 5 in 26 appearances. The right wing point, ball. On the backhand, had it knocked down out of the air by Nurse. Hit ball with it. Now it comes out. And Hamblin a chance. Into the Flame zone, going to the net. He can't get a shot away. He was tied up. Ball up the left side to Battaglia, and couldn't corral the pass. Shot all the way down by Wallman. Ball out from behind his goal. 25 seconds to go in the Flame power play to Ferk. Ferk to the left wing corner. Pospisil, right wing, Battaglia. Battaglia to the point to Ball. On the left side, Hunt to the left wing corner. Top of the circle to Ferk. Has it left wing, hash marks to the blue line. Ball shot, and that one wide of the net after it hits somebody towards the goal. And Stetcher can come out. Penalty is done. Marhala out of the box. Left wing to Podkolzin. Calgary 1 for 3 on the power play. Podkolzin will shoot it in. 2:45 to go in the second. 2-1 Flames lead the Oilers. Preseason action here at Rogers Place. Tomasek in his own end. To Regula up the right wing for Pitlick. Ran into traffic at center ice. Siona will shoot it back in for Calgary. Puck in the right corner. Regula. Up to Tomasek. Now through center, trying to get by Pahal, and Pahal swept it free. Puck at center. Regula for Pitlick. Right wing to Tomasek. He'll jam it down low. As Griffith after it in the left wing corner. Bishop will get a pass. It won't get out of the zone. Pitlick keeps it in. Left wing corner did not connect with Griffith. Puck up the left wing for Lucas Siona, pinching in his Nurse, so he keeps it in Calgary territory. It's brought out, though. Flipped in by Griffith. Comes out to center ice to Lomberg, gains some speed, in over the line. Long shot, and a glove save by Tompkins. Held on to it. Minute 41 to go here in the second period. 2-1, Flames lead the Oilers. Now we get a little gathering in behind the Edmonton net. Frost and Farabee scoring for Calgary in this game. Nurse for Edmonton. All the goals coming in the second period. Looks like they get all sorted out in behind that Edmonton goal. Shots are now 20-10 in favor of the Oilers.
Pizza 73 update. They're done 2 down in Calgary. It's 1-0 for the Oilers split squad team. Kapanen from Howard and Kulak. Told Leppinen has had an impressive performance again.
Face off to the right of Tompkins. Marhala will take the draw for Edmonton up against Cairns. As they tie up, it's in skates. It does come free to Millman behind the Edmonton goal. On the left wing is Stonehouse. Now to Marhala. Marhala through center. Softly dumps it into the Calgary end. Mirmanov smack it around the boards. Puck goes to Stonehouse and shot off the stick of Mirmala. Now in front of the net. Scores! Petrov banked it off the netminder from behind the net and ties the game at 2.
Matvey Petrov's had a pair of 9-goal seasons down in the AHL after having 19-plus point seasons with North Bay in the OHL. Highly talented player. The one year, the number 1 player in the CHL import draft. And, I talked about the fact that the Guardian, Profsetsov, has made some good saves in this game. He got a little bit unlucky there. A bank shot just ricocheted in off of Solovyov into the net, and we are tied 2-2.
Yeah. Little bank shot, and Petrov at 18:41 of this second period ties the game up at 2. At center ice, a bouncing puck. Farabee down the left wing for Calgary. Throws it to the slot, but Podkol's in there for the Oilers. The center ice for Frederick. He'll shoot it in. We're into the last minute here in the second period. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Flames.
Frederick got away at the slash. Stick came up. Clipped Frost. No call coming.
Hunt will bring it in. Hunt to the slot, and it is stick tied up by Frederick. Couldn't get a shot away. Hertig then lost it. And Podkolzin will get to center ice. Shoot it in on net. Prosvetov will make the save. He held on to it, and there'll be a face-off inside the Calgary zone. 34 seconds to go here in this second period. Marhala picks up the assist on the Petrov goal. Petrov's got a goal and a helper in this game.
Marhala's around the puck, right? Like he was front doing the flyby on the Nurse long-range bomber. Former Buffalo pick. The Oilers signed him. 2-year deal. Had 2 decent offensive campaigns in the Finnish league with TPS.
Inside the Flame zone, Regula able to get a shot away, and the puck is cleared out. Pass for Klapka, misses him. It's icing against the Flames. Marhala playing a couple of years in the Quebec League with the Rampart. 2020 to 2022.
Well, he has some skill, and I think that is part of the modus operandi of a Stan Bowman. We've learned quickly. He likes defensemen that can make plays, and he likes forwards that can make plays, and he's not really that concerned about size. Not if they're competitive and they've got some vision and they can create some things offensively.
Dineen inside his own line to Regula, and then he lost it to Lomberg. Lomberg put it off the side of the net. Well, I think he wanted to get that to the slot. It doesn't get there. Ball from the right point is shot. Klapka doesn't get the redirect. Klapka in the left wing corner. 4 seconds to go in the period. Centering pass does not get through. Period comes to a close. Period that saw 4 goals in it. And we're tied at 2 through 40 minutes. Yeah. Edmonton Oilers have had some opportunities, though, in this game. And again, all about evaluation and having players get a look. And they've been able to do that here through 40.
Yep.
Looked like they fired it up a little bit in that second period, though. You can see it. It's gaining. Yes, both teams. It's gaining momentum.
Yeah, and, a little bit different look on the penalty kill for the Oilers from last season. Had, Flames have got a couple higher-end offensive players in the lineup tonight down in Calgary. Nazem Kadri's playing, and they've got Anderson and Uyghur on the back end. Those guys have had some productive NHL campaigns, 40-plus point seasons for Anderson, 50-point seasons for Uyghur. They're 0 for 3 on the power play down there, and they're 1 for 3 here. And that was a heck of a play by Rory Cairns to set up the goal. But I like Edmonton's response, and maybe they got a little bit fortuitous. Be intrigued to see what happens in the third period, Cam.
Sounds like a plan. Tied at 2 through 40. The Oilers and the Flames. Nurse and Petrov scoring for Edmonton. Frost and Farabee for Calgary. Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they are standing by, and they will have the intermission for you when we come back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Drivers seeking power, performance, and unbeatable value don't need to look any further than Freedom Ford. From the legendary F-150 to the rugged Bronco, the versatile Bronco Sport, and full lineup of SUVs built for every adventure, there's a perfect ride for every driver and every lifestyle. With financing rates starting at just 0%, hitting the road has never been easier or more affordable. Visit Freedom Ford on 75th Street in Edmonton and experience the thrill of driving your dream vehicle today.
It's our YEG with 880 Chad.
Ready to add a little sugar, spice, and everything nice to your next home project? Find your inspiration at the Edmonton Fall Home Show, October 17th to 19th at the Expo Center. Enter at 880ched.com for your chance to skip the box office. Then return to the time when bell-bottoms and platform shoes ruled with ABBA Mania. Back to the disco dimension on now at Jubilation's Dinner Theater.
For details on these and more events, visit 880ched.com. This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Smacking around the boards. Puck goes to Stonehouse and shot off the stick of Marimala. Now in front of the net. Scores! Chatrooms banked it off the netminder from behind the net and ties the game at 2.
That's the Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All games, all in, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and at the Edmonton International Airport. Well, that was a little more entertaining of a second period than it was an opening 20. 2-2, we find ourselves after 40 minutes. Brendan Escott, Rob Brown here at Rogers Place. Rob, what I'm noticing here is it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of momentum that's being traded hands, let's say.
It is, and it seems like it's going shift to shift. There's some mismatches. You're getting some veteran players out against a younger line, and they'll control play. And then the opposition will come out with their veteran players, and they'll have a bit of a mismatch that way. I think the Oilers have had the better of the chances in this game. There was a couple big saves in net by the Calgary netminder. And then a couple pretty plays. Alex Regula tried getting the puck out shorthanded. He fanned on it, doesn't get it out, then loses his man back door, and a wonderful play by Rory Cairns hitting I think it was Farabee back door for a wide open net. So again, it was the veteran players have really stood out more so, and they should. There's the younger players are, probably a little bit of nerves, not knowing what to expect. And you got these players have been through now 6, 8, 10, 12 training camps and an exhibition game, so they're the ones that look a little more comfortable on the ice.
Nice simple shot by Darnell Nurse to open the scoring for the Oilers. Of course, they went up 1-0 on that Nurse goal, unassisted at 3:46 of the second frame. And then it was Morgan Frost responding to tie things up about 4 minutes later, and followed up by, as Rob mentioned, that Joel Farabee power play marker. Beautiful goal. Matvei Petrov got it tied back up in the dying stages of the second period. We sit tied 2-2 after 40 minutes. Shots 21-10 in favor of the Oilers. And as Rob alluded to, I think a lot of the chances that we're seeing generated, a lot of the high quality scoring chances, they're coming from the home team tonight. Matt Savoy out there looking pretty good as a penalty killer, I noticed, Rob. And that's something that I think that maybe not on the first unit, but eventually they're going to try to integrate him up and into Edmonton's system that way.
Well, for the Oilers, you've got a player that's high hockey IQ, very skilled, but no room for him on a power play. I know the Oilers always talk as though they're going to have a second power play unit, but we know from watching the last number of years, there's not a lot of ice time for the second unit for the Oilers. So you got to find guys ice time in other situations. And Savoy worked on his penalty killing down in the minors. He's smart. He can read plays. He's fast. He can get to the spots he needs to. So not surprising that they're giving him a look-see on the PK unit. This is a penalty killing unit that was not good last year in Edmonton. They need to improve it. One of the ways you improve is you find different players to play in that position. So I don't think Savoy has been as noticeable offensively tonight, but he has been noticeable on the penalty kill and looked very comfortable doing that. So that is something you will see, I would imagine, throughout the entire preseason. A player like Savoy getting looks in that situation, hoping that's a way he can stay in the lineup on a nightly basis here in Edmonton through the regular season.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You want to get him as much exposure as possible, and if he's got the experience, I suppose, and as you say, the IQ to do it, then why not? I know that that's part of what they want to do for him moving forward here. We are at the intermission. We're tied up at 2. What do you think the messaging is in the room right now? Probably pretty light, if I had to imagine, Rob, but you've actually been in a dressing room.
Well, what you'll have is there's a lot of young players, a lot of inexperienced players in both dressing rooms. So the coaches, as much as they're evaluating, they're also teaching. And they will probably have 3 or 4 points that they will point out before the players come out to start the third period. Here's some things, basic things. They may pull a couple players into the video room. Okay, here's where you were, here's where you need to be, here's where the puck has to get to. So there's a lot of teaching early in training camps. And when I played, we used to have, 10 days of training camp before we even thought about having an exhibition game. Well, these guys have only skated for 2 days, and all of a sudden they're exhibitioning, they're playing games already. So there's not as much time to teach things. So you have to do it on the fly. And I imagine in the dressing room right now, there is a lot of teaching going on. And the teammates, the line mates will be talking to each other as they all try to find ways to get a little bit of chemistry as the game moves on.
Yeah, that was my next question. Like from a guy like Nurse or Wallman passing down a little bit of knowledge, or somebody even further up the roster on the forwards. I imagine those dressing room conversations right now are incredibly important to building a foundation in terms of the understanding of this system moving forward, right? Like a lot of it comes from the coaching, but I imagine a lot of it is peer-to-peer as well.
Well, it would be. And when you're in the dressing room and say you're a Mason Millman who's, played 52 games in the minors last year, and all of a sudden Darnell Nurse says, hey, when you see this, here's what you should look for. You're taking notice. When a young player like Brady Stonehouse is sitting in there and maybe a Frederick says something, next time you have it, try to move it here instead of here, or I really liked what you did in that situation. You certainly want to hear the words of a veteran. Those are the guys that have been around, and it really is important too as young players to ask questions. If you're unsure, have any hesitation in your game, ask a veteran, ask the assistant coach, because the one thing you don't want to do as a young player is go out and make a mistake because you didn't know. So get as much information from veteran players or from coaches as you can. It'll make you a better player as the game moves on.
Do you ever see a real quality veteran mentor over the course of your career? Oh, I don't imagine you were one. So
I've seen plenty of them. When I played in Pittsburgh, Bob Airy was very good to me.
Yeah.
Randy Hillier on the back end was very good. In Hartford, I went there. Ronnie Francis, one of the best I've ever had, is a guy that would just sit and talk to you and help you out. All veterans, they know that if the younger players get better and can contribute, the team is better. So there's a lot of fantastic leaders, and it's not always the guys that wear the season liaison on their shirt. It's anybody can be a leader. If you've been around, help out, help a younger player. So Bob Airy for me in Pittsburgh was very good to me, and when I went to Hartford, Ronnie Francis and Kevin Deneen, excellent leaders in the dressing room.
Very cool. That's our Rob Brown here at the intermission. You are tuned in to Oilers hockey. It's brought to you by Ford Dealers. This is a 2-2 hockey game. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard and your news next. Your Ford Dealers NHL hockey is on the Oilers radio network.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage. You want to go? Counseling services. Let's go! Dental coverage. That was not offside. And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
The Citadel Theater invites you to join them for the extraordinary journey of Pai Patel, a young boy shipwrecked and stranded on a lifeboat with only a Bengal tiger for company. Life of Pai at the Citadel Theater until October 5th. Immerse yourself in Yan Martel's harrowing tale as Pai struggles to survive, confronting the limits of his faith and his resilience. It's a visually stunning theatrical experience you do not want to miss. Get your tickets now for Life of Pai at the Citadel box office or at citadeltheater.com.
Now this update from the Canadian Press. Other major international allies are expected to soon join Canada, the UK, and Australia in officially recognizing an independent Palestinian state as the Israel-Hamas war continues in the Gaza Strip. Prime Minister Mark Carney says the recognition is firmly aligned with the principles of self-determination and fundamental human rights reflected in the United Nations Charter and the consistent policy of Canada for generations. The National Council of Canadian Muslims says it's a historic day, while adding much more needs to be done. Jewish advocacy group B'nai B'rith Canada says Ottawa bowed to international pressure by prematurely recognizing a state built entirely on empty promises from the Palestinian Authority. And the widow of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk told a memorial service today she forgives the man accused of killing him. From the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
Looking for top-notch dry cleaning? Riverbend Cleaners in Edmonton have been family-owned for over 40 years. They're experts in tailoring, wedding gown cleaning, and leather and suede care. From coveralls to curtains to jeans and jerseys, they do it all. Enjoy the convenience of free pickup and delivery as well as corporate discounts. Trust Riverbend Cleaners for quality service that's been a local favorite for decades. Visit them at 560 Riverbend Square or call 780-988-6685. Riverbend Cleaners, where experience meets exceptional care.
Chemco is more than just a trusted local name. Chemco has been building industry across Canada for more than 60 years. From engineering through to commissioning, construction, maintenance, and beyond, Chemco's multidiscipline approach stands firmly on the belief that Chemco cares. It's not just what they do, it's how they do it. Visit Chemco.com and discover how they can support your project today. Chemco, proud fans of the Edmonton Oilers, serving and supporting communities across Canada for over 60 years.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Marhala right there looking for a loose puck. Petrov came in, swept it back to the left wing point. Nurse with a snapshot. Scores! Nurse a little snapshot from the left wing point, and somehow that thing stuck in, and it's 1-0 Edmonton.
Well, that's how the scoring started tonight at Rogers Place. A few more goals piled on thereafter, and we find ourselves all knotted up at 2 shots, 22-10, favoring the Oilers. In fact, Calgary only had 1 shot in that second period through the first 9 minutes. Then they started to build upon themselves and piled a couple into the goal as well. So this is where we sit here. It's time to look at the out-of-town scoreboard, though, brought to you by Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Out-of-town scoreboard showing us a 1-0 Oilers lead over the Calgary Flames in the other split squad game. That one down at the Saddle Dome, down the QE2. Still just Kasperi Kapanen on the board. The assist to Ike Howard and Brett Kulak there. Around the rest of the National Hockey League, the Seattle Kraken doubling up the Vancouver Canucks after 40 minutes. It's 4-2 there. The Maple Leafs beating the Ottawa Senators 4-3 earlier, and the Jets falling to the Minnesota Wild 3-2. Toronto Blue Jays locking up a playoff spot for the first time since, I believe, 2023. I should have confirmed that, but it's been a couple of years anyway, so this is real good news for a team that's been hard charging toward the postseason. Now the question is, can they hold off the Yankees and take down the American League East Division crown? That is the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Don't go anywhere. We've got third period action coming up next. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network. I'm here with Mike, a Ford employee, to hook me up with a deal on a new F-150.
Oh, with Ford employee pricing on now, you don't really need me. You pay what we pay.
So I just get your price?
Yep. Tell them Mike sent you. Or Maria. Or Namig.
Ford employee pricing is here, where you pay what Mike pays.
Or Genevieve. Or Elise. Or Kevy.
Right now, get up to $12,975 in total price adjustments on eligible 2025 F-150 models. For details, visit your Alberta Ford store or Ford.ca.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
Are insects invading your home? I'm Tyler, a trained expert with Able Pest Control. In your home or business, insects can be a big concern. Just ask Emma.
I had ants and spiders in my kitchen and basement, and I was worried they would infest other areas of my home. I picked up the phone and called Able.
Good call, Emma. I was glad I could help. At Able, we love what we do, and we know how to keep your property and family protected.
Able, we're on it.
My name is Tyler with Able Pest Control, and I'm on it.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer getting ready for the third period of play. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Flames. Preseason action here at Rogers Place. Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers. Hey, it's back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight's Oilers 50-50. That jackpot sitting at $46,000 and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at edmontonoilers.com/5050. We dropped the puck. We're underway here in the third as Nurse will shoot it in. Nurse leads the Oilers with 4 shots on net so far in this game. Ferk spun it to the middle. It'll go in behind the Flame goal. Herdig up the left wing, got it out off of Frost. He's forced back into his own end, and now through the middle of the ice. Frost got it hacked away from him. Ball brought it in, but that's offside against the Flames. 25 seconds gone here in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and Calgary.
All righty, so here's the update for you. Philp is playing very well. Ty Emerson's having a strong performance down in Calgary as well. So
you got a guy.
Have you not figured this out over the?
Oh no, I know full well.
I got a guy.
You already got a guy.
Yeah, I got lots of guys. And this guy knows what he's talking about.
Lomberg into the Oilers zone. Quick shot off the crossbar as Lomberg quickly put it to the net. He'll get it back. Now on the right, Pahal across to Pospisil. Nice save made by Tompkins. Got the left pad on it. Klapka on the right wing will swing it back to the left wing point. Kuznetsov played it low. Alec Regula for Edmonton, off the boards and out to center ice. Hits Jan Marcos into Calgary territory. Just over a minute gone here in the third, tied at 2, the Oilers and Flames. Tomasic back to the point for Stetcher, makes a little move. Now to Petrov. Petrov's got a goal and a helper here tonight. To Stetcher, the shot and the save made by Prosvetov, and he'll hold on to it. Minute 17 gone here in the third. Oil Kings opening up with a pair of wins on the opening weekend of the Western Hockey League schedule against Red Deer. They're on the road for a while. They don't play at home again until Saturday, October 11th against Moose Jaw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. If I can read the card correctly. Face off to the left of Prosvetov. Marhala out of the face-off circle, and comes Stonehouse. It's in behind the net. Baramanov off the right wing, softly, and out. Stetcher take it inside his own line. Petrov. Marhala down the right wing, back to the slot, hits a stick, goes to Stetcher. He'll walk in, a shot partially blocked, goes wide. Puck in the right wing corner. Cairns got it to the middle of the ice for Calgary. Now out to center. Pass for Solovyov, and that goes off of him right to Tompkins. He'll cover it up inside the Oilers zone. A little jawing after the whistle here. Siona's in there for the Flames.
Stonehouse chirping a bit. Siona is a guy completely capable of backing it up. What's crazy is, what was he? Seattle's third or fourth toughest player that year, junior?
Yeah, they had plenty.
They had Matt Rempe.
Yep.
Mind you, Zacho Stopchuk got him.
Yes, he did. That was a good tilt.
Who was the defenseman they had? Brower?
Yeah, that's it.
He was tough, too. What a surprise, a Bill LaForge managed team. Super
was tough. Yeah. Shocking.
Yes.
Wallman in front of his own net. Lafreniere on the right. Just got it to Hamblin. Couldn't get it into the Flame zone. Now to Nurse. Nurse will weave his way in. Take a snapshot. That's blocked. The puck to the slot in the high slot area. And Bell will get it out. The former Tri-City American to center ice. He'll dump it in to the Edmonton end. Wallman out from behind his net to Nurse as he comes up the left wing. Center ice to Pitlick to Lafreniere. Lafreniere plays with the Kamloops Blazers in the Western Hockey League. We'll get the puck into the Flame zone. It goes to the right wing point. Regula on the left to Dineen, top of the circle. Lafreniere. Got it in behind the net, and it'll go along the boards on the left, and Kuznetsov will get to center ice and shoot it in. Rims hard into the Edmonton zone, and Dineen is able to now take it in behind the goal.
Good hit by Regula there.
Long pass, and that misses Podkolzin. It is icing against the Oilers. 3 minutes, 1 second gone here in the third, tied at 2. Oilers with plenty of preseason games this week. Tuesday in Winnipeg, Wednesday at home to Seattle, Friday at home to Winnipeg.
Traditionally, you dress a stronger lineup at home. We might see some of the Oilers higher-end players maybe Wednesday here at Rogers Place. Next year, we're only going to have 4 preseason games, Cam.
Oh, how about that? And 2 extra regular season games. Inside his own zone, Frederick forced back by Frost. Now Regula, right wing corner. The right wing pours to Savoy. It's center ice. Savoy comes in on the right wing. From the angle, his shot, and that misses. Goes to the point. Sent towards the net, but doesn't get through. It's a quick little shot from Millman. Solovyov gets the puck to the Edmonton blue line. That's it, though. And off of ball at center ice by Savoy. And ball's got to chase after it. Picks it up behind his net and out through the middle of the ice. To Pospisil in over the Edmonton blue line. The shot saved by Tompkins. A rebound. Pospisil one hands in front of the net. To the slot. Scores. Lomberg. No, they're waving it off.
Wow.
Say Tompkins was interfered with?
Yes. Flames still think the goal is going to count.
The call on the ice is that Calgary number 43 made incidental contact with the goaltender. Goaltender interference, no goal.
Okay.
Well, Janmark turned the puck over there, so he's hoping that it stays off. And
no. Be no fight. Let's see.
Oh, I might challenge that if I were Calgary.
Klapka was, in the vicinity.
I mean, the man could block out the sun.
Yes.
6'8".
Yeah, it's preseason. Nobody's getting too bent out of shape. Puck played off the left wing boards down into the Calgary end. So it stays tied at 2. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the third period.
It's just a bang-bang play and kind of ricocheted off the Oilers' stick and went look out right to the flame.
Lomberg on the right wing in the Oilers zone. To Pospisil, the pass was behind him. So, Marco come out for Edmonton. Left wing for Tomasek. He'll put it towards the net, just off the stick of the netminder, Prosvetov. And that is chopped out of play, off the netting. We get a whistle. 4 minutes, 32 seconds gone here in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers regular season and home opener. It's against the Calgary Flames. That's on October 8th, a Wednesday night here at Rogers Place. I would expect a charged up atmosphere anytime you get the Battle of Alberta in the regular season and a season opener to boot. Face off. Goes in behind the net. Marhala off the boards to the blue line. Nurse across to Wallman on the right wing. Make a move on the right side. Get back to Nurse. Can't find a shooting lane. He's waiting. Forced on the left towards the net. Save made. And now swept over to the boards. And Siona's going to get it out. Prosvetov just got enough of it. And it goes all the way down the ice for icing.
This line has created a lot offensively for the Oiler rookies in this game.
Oh, the Marhala, Petrov, Stonehouse.
Well, I guess technically it's not the Oilers rookie, but in the split squad game, they're all rookies at this level, and been all around it. Marhala is Toby Salmelainen is a Finnish scout / development guy for the organization, and he's got a good eye for talent and likes skill. And Marhala's been a huge surprise for me.
Regula off the right wing boards. It doesn't get out. Kuznetsov play it low. Hunt up against the boards. It goes to Cairns. He spins around in behind the Edmonton net. On the left wing, Kuznetsov in from the point, but gave it away. James Hamblin out through the middle for the Oilers. Dish is on the right to Pitlick. He'll get it all the way across the shot. Wide of the net by Deneen and off the corner boards and down the ice. Lafreniere out from behind the Edmonton goal. Drop it off. He'll go off for a change. It's in behind the net. Regula with it. Steps out through the middle. Regula on the left to Stetcher. Banks it in. Bishop can't get it out. That's kept in. Marhala on the right wing up near the blue line. Poked off his stick to the neutral zone. Just inside his own end. Solovyov down to Bishop into the Oiler end. Fanned on his shot. Following it up was Bell. He got tied up. Marhala goes in behind the goal. They'll stop back there.
This line needs a change here. Quick out-of-town update. Pizza 73. Connor Clattenburg has scored. 2-0 Edmonton. 11.5 minutes left in the game down in Calgary. Split squad game.
6.5 into the third here. Tied at 2. Oilers and Flames. Puck brought into the Flame zone, but off the stick of Wallman, it comes out. Farabee putting the pressure on Nurse. Take it into his own end. Off the left wing boards and out. Center ice, Podkolzin makes a move at the Flame blue line. Herdig just cleared it. And the puck at center. Nurse protects it in front of the Edmonton bench. Up to Podkolzin. He's able to shoot it in. On the right wing side. Furt got it to the left wing corner. It's still inside Flames territory. Nurse gets it free, shoots it on net, and the save made by Prosvetov. And he'll squeeze it up against his body and hold on to it. We can take a break. 7 minutes, 10 seconds gone here in the third. The Oilers and the Flames tied at 2. Preseason action from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield.
Or check out Connor doing Connor.
It's 2-0 Edmonton. Brown will chip the puck in and chase after it. But the Oilers get called for icing on the play.
Well, something Mackenzie Weegar mentioned when I talked to him yesterday as well is an area of his game that he wants to improve upon and do better was turning the puck over less. He felt like that was one of the reasons why he was left off of the Four Nations face-off roster. So an area of his game that he's trying to execute a little bit better is not turning the puck over, still having that puck patience and the willingness to make plays, but not turning it over quite as much.
When you play as much as he does, he led the team and finished 16th in the league, playing 24 minutes and 10 seconds a game last season. And when you're a team that sometimes struggles to score and you're trying to get some offense from your defense, whether that be a good first pass or a goal or an assist or whatever, you're going to make mistakes. But boy, did he have a strong season.
Oh, yeah.
Soon you have twisting and turning and now shooting. And that shot deflects off of Phil, up over the glass and out of play with 10:15 left in the third period. Coming to you from our fantastic vantage point up here in the Peter Maher Radio broadcast booth, sponsored by South Point Toyota. Don't wait to make the switch. Get free winter tires and free lifetime oil and filter changes only at Calgary's #1 volume Toyota dealer, South Point Toyota. Face-off coming up to Nathaniel Day's right. He took over for Sam Johnson in the second period. And the two Oilers goaltenders have been perfect so far tonight. That's my attempt at a reverse jinx, Rick, as the Flames try to get on the scoreboard. It's funny because these two teams, not the two teams we're seeing player for player, but these two teams, the Flames and the Oilers, played a couple of next-gen games last weekend. It's a total of 20 goals scored. 11 of them by the Flames and 6-5 and 5-4 wins. Used up all their goals in those two games, I guess.
A little more defense in this one for sure.
Blake Coleman taking down Ty Emberson awkwardly. Emberson back on his feet. Appears to be okay as puck is slid deep into the Flame zone, and Parak will go back to get it. Parak crosses his blue line, gets to the red line, and bounces it off the boards to Kadri. Flips it in behind the Oilers net. Corrado will chase after it. It's beaten there by Lappinen. Lappinen bounce it off Lewandowski's stick and in behind Cooley's net. And Britton will go back to get it. Britton gets rid of it. Now Cicek tries to clear it. Puck is knocked down and held in by Clattenburg, and we've got a fight. Connor Clattenburg and Nick Cicek have dropped the gloves. Sizing each other up just inside of the Flames' blue line. Now they engage. No punch is thrown yet. Cicek trying to get that right arm loose. Now comes over the top with a couple of right hands. Clattenburg responding with some short rights. They spin each other around.
Hamblin wins the draw. Deneen on the left to Lafreniere. Puck gets to the corner. Lafreniere along the left wing boards, but Siona got it loose for Calgary, and he'll come to the Edmonton blue line. Laid it to the right wing corner. On the right side, Cairns to Siona. Lucas Siona to the right wing point is whipped across. And Soliop with this shot from the right wing goes way wide. The puck along the left wing. Siona on the left wing to the middle and could not get a pass through to Hunt. To the right wing it goes. Off the right side. Bad angle shot. Wide by Miramanov. Bell to the left wing corner. Dryden Hunt along the left wing boards. It's it back. A shot from the left wing point. So Loviov with his shot. And from the right side, good stop made by Tompkins. And he'll hold on. 9 minutes, 9 seconds gone in the third. We're tied at 2. Oilers and Flames. That was a good hard blast by Miramanov off the right wing. Face-off will be to Tompkins' left.
Clattenburg has a fight now as well as a goal.
It's just that's just the way. Just like the rookie game, he had 2 fights and a goal. All over the score sheet, as you were saying that night. Yes. Bishop in behind the net. His pass on the left side. Battaglia the shot and saved by Tompkins. Puck goes to Hertig on the right point. He's unable to keep it in.
Flames have picked it up here in the last couple shifts. Yeah.
Stumped in, Millman in behind the Oiler goal. Rims on the right, ball pinches in. Petrov got it to the blue line, but Oilers can't get it out. Millman to Stetcher, and now steered to the middle. Mahala through the middle of the ice. Got it to the left side, and a shot off the left wing by Stonehouse doesn't get through. It's in behind the Flame net. We're coming up to the halfway mark of the third period. Tied at 2, Oilers and Flames. Ball waits in behind the Calgary goal. Left wing to Frost. Back to Ball. Snap pass. Hits the skate of Farabee. Goes deep into Edmonton territory. Nurse up the left wing to Savoy. Gets to the blue line. Just to the blue line. Oilers do not get it out. Podkolzin, he could bring it out himself. Bounces the puck into the Flame end. Pahal on the inboards. Wraps it on the left to Farabee. One touches to Frost. On the right wing to Ferk. He's into the Oilers zone. To Frost on the right in front of the net to Farabee. Just broken up by Nurse. And the puck cleared out. On the right wing, Podkolzin. Drives into the Flame zone. Has to wait. Oilers are making changes. Throw it in behind the net. Here, man off in the right corner for the Flames. Off the right wing boards. Got it out. Regula at the Edmonton blue line. Tomasek on the left, and Deneen had it just swatted away from him just for a second. Up the right wing, goes off of Janmark. Janmark will get to it at center ice to Tomasek into the zone. The right wing to Regula has jumped into the plays into the right wing corner. 8:40 to go in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and Flames preseason action. The puck to the right wing corner in Flames in the Flame zone as Lomberg got dumped down. And Tomasek will get it out to Janmark. To the point, Deneen is shot. That pinball's just wide of the Flames net. It's in behind the goal, into the skates of Janmark, but dug out. And off the left wing, Klapka was able to clear. 2
excellent plays there by Tomasek, protecting the puck and creating a look as we head off to a break.
Yeah, puck flipped to the netminder, and Prosvetov was able to glove it and hold on. We'll take a break. 8:11 to go here in the third. Oilers and Flames tied at 2 in preseason action from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone this summer. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
I'm Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
And I'm Zach Hyman.
And when we're not making juicy, sweet passes
or having my goals disallowed,
we're working for Legacy Heating and Cooling.
You know, guys used to call me a plumber.
And now they call you an HVAC technician.
Nice.
Hey, guys, you're not here to install furnaces. You're here to sing the jingle.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
No payments and no interest for 1 year from qualified installers. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Steelhaus Triton, 2 legendary oilfield services brands, 1 powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steelhaus is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steelhaus Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhausinc.com for more information.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 8:11 to go in the third. Flames and Oilers tied at 2. Face off the Flame zone. To the left of Prosvetov. Hamblin taking the draw for Edmonton. Hamblin, Lafreniere, and Pitlick on the ice. With Stetcher and Millman. And Herdig will get it off the right wing boards and out. Stetcher went to shoot it in off the stick of Sione into the Flames bench with 8:03 to go in the third period.
Quick Pizza 73 update down in Calgary. Split squad games. Edmonton now up 3-0. Riley Stillman. Akey and Noah Philp draw the assists, so it's Kapanen from Howard and Kulak. Clattenburg unassisted. He's had a fight as well with Cisick. And then Stillman from Akey and Philp. It's 3-0. And there's 6 minutes left in the third period.
All right. Puck at the Calgary blue line. Hertig shoots it into his own bench. So we got a face-off in the Calgary zone. First two preseason games for both these teams, split squad style. So 8 games in total, as this is 2 separate games for the Oilers in the preseason. Like as Bob was saying earlier, 4 next year. Add a couple of regular season games, though. Face off in the Flame zone. To the right of Prosvetov. And the puck near the blue line where Wallman can take it to the right, turn and shoot it, and sail it over the net, goes off the glass. Puck bouncing around Stonehouse to Petrov. Behind the net, Marhala in front of the net, and the shot just goes wide by Stonehouse. Puck on the right point. Wallman to the top of the circle, but Frost will get it out for Farabee. Lost it at the Edmonton blue line. Kuznetsov to Farabee. He'll shoot it in. It'll rim on the right. Frost let it go by from the right side. Firk with the shot, and that was blocked. Marhala through the middle, trying to get away from Firk. It's difficult to do, but he spins it back to Wallman. On the right wing for Savoy. Savoy into the Calgary zone, right corner. On the left top of the circle, Frederick to the blue line. It goes over to Regula. Shot and a glove save. Prosvetov held on to it. 6:58 to go in the third. We're tied at 2. Face off in the Flame zone to the left of Prosvetov.
What song is that?
I don't know. That one's not on my regular playlist. So I don't know. It's in behind the Flame net. Miramanov through the middle and softly plays it past Savoy out to center ice. Side his own blue line. Podkolzin. Now to Regula. In his own end, Regula steps up to center. On the right to Savoy. He'll shoot it in. Left side, top of the circle. Pospisil for the Flames. Just gets it out. Podkolzin bumps it back into his own end. Regula to Dineen. Dineen will take it in behind the net. Crowd urging the Oilers on. Tied at 2 with 6:10 to go in the third period. Dineen steps up through the middle of the ice. Makes a little move. Comes in over the Flame line down the left wing. From the angle, the shot just off the shoulder of Prosvetov, and that goes out of play as Dineen with some nifty moves down the left wing.
Oh, real good look there.
Yeah. Went wide on ball. Cam Dineen, who got into 4 games with the Oilers last year. 43 points at Bakersfield. Face off to the right of Prosvetov. That one was MC Hammer. That one I knew. The puck along the boards. It's chopped over on the right. Stetcher from the blue line. Wanted to get it to Seth Griffith. Broken up by the Flames. Battaglia is able to get it out. Bell after it. Skates onto it. Comes into the Oilers zone down the right wing. Forced to the corner by Millman. They got it in skates. Battaglia over to the left wing for Calgary. Was about top of the circle with it. Then lost it. Griffith got it out. Hertig on the backhand will shovel it into the Edmonton zone. Tompkins set it. Stetcher wanted to bring it up. Didn't like the look. Brings it back in behind the Edmonton goal. Now Stetcher with room in the middle. It gets to center ice. Pitlick will bring it in. Pitlick We'll get the puck to Hamblin. His shot, and he put it over the goal. It's about top of the circle inside the Flames end. Got it up against the boards. Siona to Kuznetsov. Across to Pahal, up to Hunt. And he can steer it into the Edmonton end. It's on the end boards. 4:45 to go here in the third. Tied at 2, Oilers and Flames. Puck cleared out by Pitlick. Pahal lost it. Lafreniere into the Flames end, goes to the left wing corner. Gets away from Kuznetsov only for a moment, and then he pins him. And Hunt will get it out. Left wing to Siona at center ice. He'll shoot it in. Tompkins sweeps it up the right wing on the backhand. It's to the top of the circle, and it does come out off of Frederick. Shot back in. Podkolzin behind the net to Nurse. Nurse waits in behind the Edmonton goal. Steps out through the middle. Long bank pass on the left. Savoy got a piece of it. It's in behind the net. Netov was able to get it up the left wing, and the puck does come out. Regula inside the Edmonton blue line. His pass hit Frost. He'll keep it in. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Trent Frederick, left wing to Podkolzin, up in the air and out. 3:40 to go in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and Flames. Solovyov up the side of his net, and will go in behind it. He waits. Flames made some changes. So did the Oilers. 3:25 to go here in the third. Solovyov, long pass off of Pospisil. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Rimmed hard on the right, off the glass. Pass Marhala and out. Pospisil, dump it right back in. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Rimmed on the left, ball from the point. A shot goes wide. Hurtig keeping it in on the right wing for Calgary. Over to the left wing boards, Lombard to the point. Ball to Hurtig. A shot tipped just wide. Ball on the left wing point to Hurtig. Left wing to Lomberg. His shot off the stick of Marhala over the glass and out of play with 2:43 to go here in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and Flames. Preseason action from Rogers Place. We'll be right back. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
I'm here with Mike, a Ford employee, to hook me up with a deal on a new Super Duty.
Oh, with Ford employee pricing on now, you don't really need me. You pay what we pay.
So I just get your price?
Yep. Tell them Mike sent you. Or Maria. Or Namig.
Ford employee pricing is here, where you pay what Mike pays.
Or Genevieve. Or Elise. Or Kevy.
Right now, get up to $12,835 in employee price adjustments on eligible 2025 Super Duty models. For details, visit your Alberta Ford store or Ford.ca.
As the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers, MIC ensures precision in every shot. And if you need medical imaging attention, you can count on MIC to get you back in the game. Whether it's a classic wrist shot, that is, X-ray, soft tissue scan, or advanced imaging, MIC provides timely and expert diagnosis. So go where the pros go and book an appointment at any of their 15 convenient Edmonton and area locations. Learn more at mic.ca.
Whether you're building a home, a community, or championship team, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step, one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building. The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers, proudly celebrating 50 years. Visit coventryhomes.ca.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Tied at 2, Oilers and Flames, 2:43 to go in the third period. Face off in the Edmonton zone to the right of Matt Tompkins. Frost sets up in the face-off circle. Up against Tomasek. Puck goes to Wallman. Rims it on the left. It'll get out. Hurtig at center ice for Calgary. Got it to the middle, and now it's played in. Tomasek will chase after it. Left wing corner in Flames territory. We'll find Matthias Janmark. He's in the left wing corner for Tomasek. Swing it back to the point. Nurse across to Wallman. One-timer, and the save made by Prosvetov. Hard shot by Jake Wallman off the right wing point. And with 2:21 to go in the third, it'll be a face-off in Calgary zone.
The Oilers have had a lot of shots. I mean, it's 28-12 for Edmonton. Strong goaltending performance tonight. I know there's some questions down in Calgary about, you've got, obviously, their goaltender locked in the future, Dustin Wolf. Who is going to be in the driver's seat to be the backup? This guy's had a good performance tonight.
Yeah, Prosvetov's been solid. Kuznetsov will get it up in the air now. Klapka gets it to sit down, brings it over the Edmonton blue line for Lomberg, and that doesn't work. And the puck comes out to center. Off of Klapka's skate. Siona now on the left to Kuznetsov. Give it to Klapka into the Oilers zone. He lost the top of the circle. Hospital will keep it in. Left wing corner to Klapka. He's got Nurse closing in on him. It's in behind the net. Wallman rims it off the glass. Pahal on the right point. A shot off a stick. And it goes into the corner. Wallman will rim it. Lomberg up against the boards with Pitlick. It'll go to Pospisil, right wing to the blue line. Pahal, a shot and a glove saved by Tompkins. As Braden Pahal with a one-time shot in the high slot area. Tompkins snares it out of the air. Minute 35 to go here in the third. Tied at 2, Oilers and Flames. Nurse and Petrov scoring for Edmonton. Frost and Farabee for Calgary. All the goals came in the second period. Face off to the left of Tompkins. Frederick wins the draw from Cairns. Deneen left wing to Podkolzin. Between the two defensemen, he gets it out. Will not be hard enough for icing, though. Siona inside his own end. Left wing to Cairns. Cross ice pass for Hunt into the Oilers zone on the right wing in front of the net. That goes off a stick back to the left wing point. Hunt to the blue line. Solovyov to the right wing. It's in front of the goal. Hit a skate, went wide, jamming it towards the side of the net with Siona. Last minute here in the third. Savoy will get it out to center ice for Frederick to Savoy down the right wing. A shot save made by Prosvetov. And the puck on the right wing point, it does come out. Podkolzin will shoot it in with 43 seconds to go here in the third period. Tied at 2. Oilers and Flames. Solovyov in his own end. Up the right wing. It goes off of Farabee. Millman. The Edmonton zone on the right wing. Marhala will get it out. Marhala off the right wing boards. Firk in his own end to the top of the circle to Frost. On the backhand's going to bounce it out to Firk. Cross ice pass to Farabee. Had put himself offside for a moment, then tagged up. Tomasek will wheel in front of the Edmonton goal. 6 seconds to go here in the third period. Stetcher in his own end. We're going to need a little extra.
It's all right.
That's okay. Get some 3-on-3. We look forward to that. Tied at 2. Oilers and Flames. Preseason action from Rogers Place. When we come back, we'll have the OT for you. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Drivers seeking power, performance, and unbeatable value don't need to look any further than Freedom Ford. From the legendary F-150 to the rugged Bronco, the versatile Bronco Sport, and full lineup of SUVs built for every adventure, there's a perfect ride for every driver and every lifestyle. With financing rates starting at just 0%, hitting the road has never been easier or more affordable. Visit Freedom Ford on 75th Street in Edmonton and experience the thrill of driving your dream vehicle today.
All games, all season.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here at Rogers Place. The Oilers and Flames preseason action tied at 2, going to overtime.
Well, I think you gotta see Frederick and Savoy. Do you look at potentially playing Tomasek and Podkolzin?
Possibly.
You know what? Do you play Marhala and Tomasek? Because Marhala seems to be able to make some plays.
I think you might be onto something there.
And
think you might be on to something. We're tied at 2. Nurse, Petrov, and Matvey Petrov scoring for Edmonton. Morgan Frost, Joel Farabee scoring for Calgary. All those goals came in the second period. Oilers have outshot the Flames 30-13.
It was a good performance from Edmonton.
Yes, they played well. Ivan Prosvetov has been solid in goal for the Flames. Been busy. Oilers have had some good looks. Frederick, Savoy, and Nurse to start it for Edmonton. Frost, Ball, Farabee for Calgary. All right. Calgary gets the puck first. And Ball loops back into his own zone. Ball lost the puck, and now Savoy will bring it in. He was trying to get a pass to Farabee, and it didn't connect. Savoy's going to bump it back to Trent Frederick. Frederick swings up the right wing. Into the middle to Nurse. Nurse over the Flame line on the right. Stops up top of the circle. Nurse across to Savoy. Savoy to the left wing corner. He might take it to the net. He'll go in behind it to the right. His pass for Frederick. That was behind him. And the Flames get control. And it's Farabee up the right wing. Farabee into the Oiler end. Comes across the top of the circle. Up to the blue line. To the left. Now to Ball. And out to Frost. And the Flames will make some changes as Frost goes back into his own zone. Just underway here in OT. Right wing for Hunt. Into the Oiler end, trying to hold off Podkolzin. The puck to the end boards. Hunt will get a pass out. The shot scores. Got the pass out to Frost. And he snuck it past Tompkins. And it's a 3-2 Calgary victory in overtime here at Rogers Place. Well, good work by Dryden Hunt to protect the puck in behind the net.
Frost was out there for the full minute and 7.
Yep.
The Oilers went with Marhala and Podkolzin. Nurse never got off the ice, and Tompkins will tell you he's got to find a way to come up that save. Good shot. Got him on the blocker side. Still a pretty good performance from Edmonton tonight. 30-14 shots on goal. He just ran into a goalie. It was the first star in tonight's game.
Yeah. And Morgan Frost gets a couple of goals here tonight for the Flames, including the winner. 1 minute and 7 seconds into the overtime. But overall, it's not about results. It's about evaluation and what you saw over the course of the night. What did you see?
It's about results starting on the 8th of October.
Yes, and it is.
Yeah, you know what? I thought... Look, the kid line, the fourth line guys, that we expect to be, Marhala, who's probably going to play in the top 9, Petrov, who wants to play in the top 9, and Stonehouse, who wants to play in Bakersfield in the role. Those guys had a good night. They're on for 2 even-strength goals in the game. I thought there were some moments with Savoy, along with Frederick. I like Tomasek. Okay, I didn't mind Tomasek at all. And then on defense, Nurse and Wallman were pretty good. I thought Regula looked like a guy who has ability, has range, maybe lacked a little quickness as the game wore on, and I just wondered if that's just fatigue because he hadn't played more than a year. Tompkins was okay. It's just the other guy was better. Yeah. So, nonetheless, you got 3 out of a possible 4 points in the 2 matchups. You win 3-0. And you're not playing with David Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman obviously out with injury, or Bouchard. Calgary had their best defenseman going in the 2 respective games, and they got some good D. Uyghur's a good D. Anderson's a good D, and the Oilers found a way to win 3-0 down in Cowtown. So you gotta like that. And, we're going to go off to Winnipeg, you and me, on Tuesday. Again, I don't expect we'll see Connor or Leon as an example in that game, but there's lots of opportunities to impress and show what you can do. And guys fighting to get in the mix here, again, the reports I got were that Leppinen had a good game down in Calgary. That's good. I mean, they went 3-0. Clattenburg was the first star, by the way.
Love it.
Love it. So I'd like to give you a scouting report on Winnipeg coming up on Tuesday, but they'll probably have a little bit better lineup dressed than the Oilers, and we'll see what takes place.
Yeah, we'll see what takes place. Here tonight, the first two preseason games, the Oilers were in Calgary. They won that one 3-0. This one, they lose 3-2 in overtime to the Flames. Morgan Frost gets 2 goals, including the overtime winner. Joel Farabee also scoring for Calgary. It was Nurse and Petrov had the goals for Edmonton. The shots 30-14 in favor of the Oilers, but unfortunately they dropped this preseason game at Rogers Place by a score of 3-2 to the Calgary Flames. Our Rogers post-game show is coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers Postgame Show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Smack it around the boards. Puck goes to Stonehouse and shot off the stick of Maramala. Now in front of the net. Scores! Petrov banked it off the netminder from behind the net and ties the game at 2.
Matthew Petrov with a goal and an assist. All 4 goals through regulation were scored in the second period, 2 apiece. That's the Century Casino Highlight Zone, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert next to the Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the Winter Zone. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers. Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Marhala right there looking for a loose puck. Petrov came in, swept it back to the left wing point. Nurse with a snapshot. Scores! Nurse a little snapshot from the left wing point, and somehow that thing snuck in, and it's 1-0 Edmonton.
All right, well, that's our Alberta Blue Cross travel insurance goal of the game. Health, dental, travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. Let's bring a border inside the game. Analyst Rob Brown, the Rogers Postgame Show, courtesy of Rogers, Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments and no interest for a year. Rob, what did you see?
I saw sloppy at times. I saw a couple really nice plays. Saw a bunch of young players trying to be noticed. And as the game wore on, the players that you should notice were the ones that were. I thought Podkolzin was the best forward for the Oilers. I thought Nurse was the best defenseman for the Oilers. And on the other side, Kevin Ball, who's a veteran player, was the best defenseman for the Flames, and Morgan Frost was their best forward. So 4 veteran players that were the most noticeable in this hockey game. I thought it was a quiet night offensively for some of the players that you were expecting something from. I thought Trent Frederick very quiet. Playing on the first line tonight. Savoy, I thought, was better in a penalty-killing role than he was at creating offense. And on the back end, I know that you talked about Regula. I thought he had an uneven game. There were moments where you're like, oh, okay, I see a player in that. Yeah. And then he turned the puck over at penalty kill. He lost his man on the back of the penalty kill where Farabee scored.
He also hasn't played in a year.
No, 100%. I couldn't imagine sitting out an entire year and coming back and playing. So I would think you will see him a lot in exhibition. And then Troy Stetcher, I thought he had a rough night for someone that's going to be battling for the 6-7 spot. It was a game where I think most of the time I was just looking down at my game sheet to see, okay, who's number 41? Okay, Stonehouse. Okay, it was an opportunity for some players to show And because it was a split squad, a number of these players, you're probably only going to see one game in the exhibition
All right,
season.
so Rob, Calgary dressed the better team down in Calgary. And frankly, I mean, the Oilers didn't use McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman's out. They didn't use Bouchard. They didn't use Ekholm. The Flames had Anderson and Uyghur dressed tonight on defense. It's their two best defensemen. Let's go Uyghur and Anderson in terms of from a pragmatic perspective, looking at the team. They also had Coleman, top six forward. Coronado, top six forward. Kadri, arguably their first-line center. And Backlund, who's a tremendous two-way third-line center. They had some good players going tonight. And Edmonton went down to Calgary, and they beat them.
Yeah, but a veteran player, what's the give-a-heck meter? It's first exhibition season, so...
But, I mean, it does... I mean, I think Stan Bowman will probably be happy with a 3-0 victory in that game. They outshot them 29-20. And that's the thing we got to remember here. The Oilers outshot the Flames 30-14. Yep. There's some questions as to who's Calgary's backup going to be. What'd you think of the goalie? Like, I mean, the two goals that were scored weren't pretty.
No,
but he made some saves, did he?
He did make... It was funny. Nurse had two incredible opportunities. The one he scored on, that should not have gone in. But then about 5 minutes later, the kid made a great save on him. I didn't think he... I mean, I thought he was more lucky than he was good.
Yeah.
There was 2 or 3 that got behind him off the crossbar, short side. It's hard to really put a whole lot into early exhibition games. It really is. And every year we see 1 or 2 players, look at the player, he can play. And then 10 games into the season, you realize, there's a reason he's never been at this level. I think that Tomasek will be better as a complementary player instead of driving a line.
I didn't mind him tonight.
I didn't mind him, but I think once you get into a position where he's not making the plays, he's the one finishing the plays. He does have a good shot, and he puts himself in the right position. I want to see him play in a real game.
Yeah.
And tonight, I mean, the Calgary Flames back end, that's not a real back end.
And that's a fair comment. And that's why maybe I'm looking more down at Calgary, whether they got Uyghur and Anderson going, like that's...
But in all honesty, the Calgary Flames is not a team that, to me, is and they're going to be hard-pressed to make the playoffs again.
Rob, they missed the playoffs last year by a point.
No, 100%. And they overachieved, I thought. And I cheer for them. I hope the Calgary Flames make the playoffs. It makes the Battle of Alberta that much better.
All right, Rob, great stuff.
Sounds good, Bob.
The Smart Play of the Game is brought to you by Catelli Smart Pasta with all natural ingredients. It's a smart move for your next meal. Look for the all-natural ingredients flag on the box the next time you shop, and we'll give it to Mapti Petrov, who had the presence of mind to quickly jam some pucks in tight and picked up a goal and assist in tonight's game. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
Drivers seeking power, performance, and unbeatable value don't need to look any further than Freedom Ford. From the legendary F-150 to the rugged Bronco, the versatile Bronco Sport, and full lineup of SUVs built for every adventure, there's a perfect ride for every driver and every lifestyle. With financing rates starting at just 0%, hitting the road has never been easier or more affordable. Visit Freedom Ford on 75th Street in Edmonton and experience the thrill of driving your dream vehicle today.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage.
You want to go?
Counseling services.
Let's go!
Dental coverage.
That was not offside.
And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, we're going to go to the out-of-town scoreboard. It's presented by Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers, and we'll focus on the split squad game. I got some numbers for you here. So Edmonton beats Calgary 3-0. Atro Leppinen played 23-42 in that game. He had 3 blocked shots. Ty Emerson played over 20 minutes, as did Brett Kulak. So too did Kasperi Kapanen up front. Noah Philp who had an assist, and Curtis Lazar played over 16 minutes down the middle. 3-0 victory as Kapanen along with Clattenburg. And who got the third one in that game? Can't believe I've forgotten this already. Time to retire, Bob. Anyways, the third goal, Noah Philp, by the way, was third star in that game. And the third goal was Riley Stillman. So 3-0 the final score there. Great start to the year for Jason Smith's Edmonton Oil Kings. 4-2, 4-1 victories over the Red Deer Rebels without 6 of their 9 best players. And 5 of them are coming back here in the next week. They're going to have a real good team, and they will likely be going up in the CHL rankings. Oilers in Winnipeg on Tuesday. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
Let's go to the Molson Cup 3 Stars, presented by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. It must be of legal drinking age. In Edmonton, the 3 stars tonight. Ivan Prospatov makes 28 saves for the Flames. He's tonight's first star. Darnell Nurse and Matthew Petrov, the second and third star. They each scored in tonight's game. Down in Calgary, the first star, Connor Clattenburg. He had a goal and an assist for Edmonton. Matt Coronado, the impressive Flames former first rounder. He was tonight's second star. Noah Philp with an assist. He was tonight's third star. The Rogers postgame show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. We will tell you our next game will be on Tuesday night when Edmonton visits Winnipeg. For my play-by-play partners this season, Cam Moon and Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott. Studio producers this year, Kellen Kennedy and Eamon Hashem was at the helm tonight. And our engineer is always Troy Bowler. Bob Stauffer saying so long.
tomato,